Our last adventure, the party was gathered around an unconscious Lucinda, laying on the floor after being pulled out of the dimensional door. The party, slowly getting their bearings and assessing the damage, discovered that her leg was severely damaged from about the shin down, looking like it had been put into a meat grinder. Some quick healing and getting Lucinda to their feet, they moved to the next room, where they encountered a large countdown timer. As the timer counted down, the party was put into various states of panic. Upon the timer about to reach 0, the party scattered into the various corners of the room, fearing their ultimate demise, but nothing happened. The trap was just a test for the adventurers to see what they do under pressure. The room released them into a familiar scene, into Tommy's lab. They dragged a barely conscious Lucinda into Tommy's lab, where Tommy gave them their last greater healing potion that they had in case of emergency, and began to help the team make a makeshift prosthetic to replace the foot that Lucinda had lost. After some time and a long rest, the prosthetic was complete. Though janky, it did help with some of the movement of the now missing foot. During this long rest, Aelith attempted their first attempt at a healing potion outside of the druid circle with no teacher guidance. They were sadly unsuccessful in their first crafting. They then were moved forward out of Tommy's lab into the blinding lights of the show, cascaded through the door as they entered, having to perform various small entertaining routines for the monsters on rest at the moment. They somewhat succeeded through various successes and failures of different acts. They were allowed to proceed, where they came upon Borback, an outcast cultist, who they decided to help. The other cultists were being particularly mean to poor Borback, and the party stormed into the cultist room to confront them, witnessing a horrific sight as all the cultists perched on the veranda, vomiting over the veranda in various states of not okay. Some heated conversations happened in which the cultists took an opportunity to take some swings at the party in starting combat. After a quick battle, the cultists were put in their place, and they left Borback there to handle the aftermath of the now defeated cultists. They found themselves in a very narrow walkway, with the floor seemingly filled with a very oil-like water, and a small boat. They used this boat to progress through the winding corridor, passing an emergency exit that they decided not to look through. They continued to meet the captain. The captain gave them a riddle. With some quick thinking by Aelith, they were allowed to pass Captain A-Hole and his riddle, and we return as the party are slowly approaching the door. How are we doing, party? Anyone doing anything before you leave? You guys have basically the boat has sort of like, you guys are just getting the boat onto like where there's like a little bit of a dock sort of thing. There's like a little bit of a like pontoon to sort of tie up on. You've just passed the captain, past that wall. You guys just getting straight out and heading in? Awesome. Door swings open. The first thing you guys notice as you open the door, about an inch of mist or fog seems to be covering the floor of this room, and it sort of slowly spills out towards you guys as the door opens, and it like lets some out into this space. You guys start heading inside. As it gets to here, we'll say Aelith is the last one to sort of get it off. As you're getting off, Aelith, you hear the captain from the boat. Hey, bunny girl, take this on your adventures. And you see the bottom jaw of the captain seems to unhinge and drop down, and out of his mouth, the barrel of a cannon appears. Seconds happen, and a deafening blast goes off. Are you catching or dodging? Catching or dodging? Awesome. I need you to roll me a strength. Just a strength check for this one. As a large black ball is fired from the captain's mouth. Someone didn't turn their hardware acceleration back on. 8. As you sort of brace to catch this ball, it hits you square in the chest. You get pushed back against this wall as it hits, and you take 1 point of damage as you catch this thing, and it hits you basically against the wall.
Okay.
That's alright.
As it hits you, your immediate thought is, oh shit, this was a cannonball, like it's hit you hard, and then you've taken it hurt a little bit, and you're like, oh, this could kill me, but it doesn't, and you're gripping it in your hands, like clutching at your chest. It's kind of soft.
Oh.
What are you
doing?
doing?
Is it a little fuzzy little friend? I mean, I've looked down at it.
Yeah, you look down at it. It seems material in nature, sort of. It doesn't seem like living or anything.
Organic?
It seems like fabric or something, but it seems to be a wadded up ball of jet black fabric.
And I can't tell what it is?
So far, that's it. You've got it clutched in your hands, and that's it. Whatever you want to do with it. If you want to try to take a moment with it or anything.
Yeah, I want to figure out what it is.
Yeah, awesome. You sort of just grab the corners of it, and it's a little bit crusty. It's not a beautifully soft piece of material, but as you sort of like are grabbing for an end, trying to like work out what it is, it sort of just like unfurls, and a small coin falls out. And this is a coin you've not seen before. This is a platinum piece. This is very valuable. This is worth like 100 gold. You've never seen one of these.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, it's worth like 10 gold. Sorry, it's worth like 10 gold. It's the next denomination of money sort of thing. And you like, most people will very unlikely see a platinum coin in their life. It's like platinum is reserved for like the noblest of noble and stuff like that. Like the people that carry platinum are banks and people carrying like vast wealth for, you know, in the most compact way possible. So you now have one platinum piece in your hand.
Yo.
Yeah.
Put it in my coin purse.
Awesome. And head in with the rest of the party.
Yes, sir.
Saying anything to the captain?
Thank you.
Yeah, I did well on the riddle, lass. And sort of tips his hat and, yeah,
Dora.
head into the room. The entering people, the people that first entered, as you guys get into the room, you guys take his first steps in, the door slowly closes behind you and seems to seal. Across the way, you guys notice the door opens and in walks a very small kobold. Next to them, a rather tall dragonborn, followed by a bunny person, a herongon, side by side with a fox-like tabaxi.
Looks like the people from before in the doors room.
No, those are different. Oh.
But they look the same.
Oh, the doors room. Sorry, not the maze.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a mirror?
As you guys sort of like walk forward to discover whether it's a mirror sort of thing, the other party also seems to walk forward, also trying to gauge whether this is a mirror.
Can I hold my hand up?
Yeah, brilliant. You hold your hand up. The other Herongon holds their hand up.
Is it at the exact same time?
Pretty close. Pretty close.
Like, not at the exact same time?
Give me a perception check.
It's a 21.
Not at the same time. They seem to be definitely out of sync, but they're like the groups. They're like chattering a little bit, slight talking amongst them.
So they're not doing the same actions as us.
Similar, very similar, but not the same.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up and touch the kobold.
Brilliant. You walk up, you reach your hand out, and in contact comes another little kobold claw, and you guys are basically hand on hand, and you feel the warmth. You know this is a person. This is a real person.
Do they look the same as us?
Eerily similar. Scary similar. This could be your twin.
Do they have the same clothes and equipment and such?
They do seem to have extremely similar clothing and equipment to you.
Do they also have a platinum coin?
At this point, you're not sure. You guys spend sort of like the next sort of couple of minutes. You guys are all sussing each other out. There's some murmurs. You guys sort of make contact with with the counterpart.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
It's gay voice Ricky!
My name is Ricky. How did you know?
Well, that's my name. You're like me.
There's some. They sort of turn back slowly towards their group and kind of put. They sort of like put their hand up so you can't see their mouth move and like whisper to their party a little bit.
Oh.
Guys, let's also huddle up.
Okay.
As you guys do, if are you like huddling them up?
Sure.
And huddle us up.
As you guys huddle up, they like huddle up more, sort of thing. It's like it's almost competitive sort of thing. Like they're like, oh, they're now now they're strategize. Maybe we should strategize. It's basically like it's now like an increasing mirror. So it's like they did something, you've done something, and they've gone to the next extreme. So it's like now they're like obviously huddling up and like whispering.
I'm laughing.
You're laughing in their face?
No, I'm just
Roll
laughing.
charisma.
No.
Roll performance.
I'm thinking that's fun.
Yeah, go for it, weirdo. If you want to try something, you're currently semi like huddled up by Ricky, who's like used their big arms to sort of be like, yeah, well, we can do this too.
Just looking over there like, what are they?
Right, every so often you see a little head poke up from each group, and they like look over to the other group to make sure that they're still whispering and stuff. And you can't hear what they're whispering about. It's just sometimes you may even just hear them going like, because just so that they can like fill in some space, sort of thing. Because you guys don't know what you're doing.
Oh.
I love it.
I walk over to my copy, I guess.
Yeah. They sort of like perk their ears up as you're walking over. They've sort of been the one that's like keeps poking their head up to check what's happening over there. So they've seen you like walking over.
Do they walk over to me?
Not as intently. Like if you're like walking over to them, they've not like broken off from their group, but they've like removed themselves from the huddle a little bit. You know, they're not like shoulder to shoulder, like trying to talk to their team, sort of thing. Like a sports huddle almost.
Yeah, that was in my head.
Okay. Can I cast Primal Savagery but not attack something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do they do the same?
As you cast the Primal Savagery, the other Lucinda looks to their party, goes, "I told you!" Also casts Primal Savagery and leaps at you. In that moment, you hear a massive gust of wind as the fog whips up around every single one of yous, and you see nothing for a moment. The wind, you hear a massive howling of the wind again as it whips around every single one of yous again, and you're now left face to face with just your clone. You cannot see anybody else in the room. You cannot see the walls in the room. You are left face to face with your clone. We'll start with Lucinda, since they jumped straight at you. They are going to roll to hit with their Primal Savagery. Well, does a 12 hit?
It does.
It does. I haven't had to roll a d10 yet. As the leap happens, you feel the scratch cut across the top of your shoulder as the searing acid damage burns away at some of your flesh. You take 4 damage.
You said 4?
4 damage, yeah.
Great.
They are then going to use their unarmed strike, so they're basically hat struck with one hand, and then they're just going to go straight with a punch to the face. That one definitely hits. That's a 17. 18. That's a 21, so that definitely hits. And that deals 3 damage. 3 flat damage.
Wow, okay.
Brilliant.
Nice.
That's your turn, Lucinda.
Okay, good.
You are noticing as well, during the start of this fight, that the other you doesn't seem to be missing a leg.
Okay. Can I try to restrain?
You want to try to restrain them?
Yeah, with my entangle.
Yeah, go for it, absolutely.
How do I do that again?
So you would just, there's just a button to cast Entangle, and it is a hit DC of 12, so I now need to make a DC 12 strength saving throw, I believe. It should tell you in the description. It'll say like a creature must succeed something for it to affect. Is it a saving throw or a check?
Strength check.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Let me look it up quickly. Grasping Weeds Vine, 20 foot for creature must, when you cast the spell, must succeed a strength saving throw. Yeah, so it's a saving throw or be restrained. It's a strength check to break out of it once it's been restrained. Alright, so saving throw from Lucinda being a nat 20. So you cast your spell as you see the roots and vines start latching up the other Lucinda. They just chuckle as they just sort of flex their muscles and give a little shudder, and you just watch the vines all tear away from their like form, and they just laugh.
Okay,
anything else on your move? Yeah, absolutely. Go for the unarmed strike. Roll to hit. Roll damage.
14.
Does hit.
3 damage.
Wonderful. Brilliant. Awesome. And that takes us to their turn. They are currently holding their... We will say they are well, they're not holding anything at the moment. They're going to pull out their quarterstaff and just go for a smack sort of thing, a two-handed hit sort of thing. They grab it with both hands and they're going for a smack. A 9. Does a 9 meet your AC?
Nope.
The first miss on yourself, the quarterstaff, you just sort of duck out of the way as you've seen this move, you've done this move, and you sort of just duck out of the way as the quarterstaff swings just above your head. That's going to be their turn. So that's back to you, Lucinda.
I just try the entangle spell again.
Yeah, go for it. They do not make it this time out on a 8. 8. They definitely, I don't think they make it. It's a 12, I think. Yeah, so they definitely don't make it. This time, you cast the spell again with a bit more vigor, sort of thing, a bit more oomph. And these vines are noticeably a bit more woody. You really pull from the depths, sort of thing. You pull up some large roots and things from the trees that are surrounding the dungeon and sitting above. You decide, nah, vines aren't enough, and you go for the tree roots, and these big, large roots start twisting around their ankles, and you know, the vines then come off of that and restrain them in place, and they are now restrained. At the end of their turn, I believe it is, they make their strength, or it might be at the start of their turn. It uses its action. Hey, so you've got them restrained. What are you doing now?
Can I try to find anyone else?
As you wade through the fog, you get to the edge of the fog, and you basically like fumble through and go to the other side of what appears to be a cone, or a cylinder of the fog, and you appear basically over the other side, back in the same area as you and your clone, sort of thing. You walk away from your clone and walk and like sort of stumble through the fog, and now you're like sort of face to face with your clone again, the other Lucinda. So it seems that you can't leave this area as of right now. Doing anything else?
Can I punch them in the face just because?
Absolutely. They're restrained. It's currently still your turn. You can use your offhand attack. Go for it.
19.
Absolutely hits.
Cool, 3 damage.
Brilliant. Nose a little sort of moved to the side. You see a little bit of blood on their face, a bit of bruising now. They just sort of still laugh at you and shake their head. They're going to use their turn to attempt to break from the vines. 13, 15. So 15. What's your? So it's against. I think it's against your spell casting ability. So in your spells tab at the very top, you should have. Yes, against your spell save DC. So it's just. I think it's the same one. So you've just finished punching them in the face, and you're sort of face to face with them again, and they're just laughing, and you hear the vines starting to break, and you hear the roots starting to give way as they sort of push their feet apart and start breaking the roots of this tree. You see them now broken free of their entanglement, still a big smirk on their face, still laughing. Your turn. And that is the end of their turn. Back to you.
Guess I'll just go with Primal Savagery for the most damage.
As you bring that Primal Savagery claw down, you see them turn to the side really quickly, and you just happen to not be able to catch anything. You catch a little bit of cloth on the way down, but they seem to have dodged your strike. They are going to go for the same. Is that the end of your move?
No, I'll try to punch him in the face again.
Go for it. It's basically whiff, punch, whiff, punch.
Nope. I got an 8.
Again, just bobbing and weaving. You guys are basically just in an just a fist fight at this point, sort of thing. They just dip. They sort of notice this, and they just go for it. They just put their staff away quickly, and they just go with Primal Savagery Strike. That does not hit, definitely does not hit. They'll go for the punch as well. That one does hit. 14, 18. So 3 damage. Brilliant. That's back to your turn.
Can I go with my cat claws?
Yeah, go for it. You can go cat claws.
6.
Dodges the first strike. I'll say for your cat claws, you'd be able to do those as like as your offhand attack sort of thing. Like you can use those, so you could still roll a d6, but you just still wouldn't add the +2 proficiency. So you could still 2 hit with them, and then you just do the d6 damage rather than 3 damage. That one definitely hits. I think they're gonna go for the. They're still just gonna go for the primal savagery again, and miss again. Damn, they just whiffing now. This is just a battle of dodges. And yeah, why not? They'll just go for the punch as well. No, they'll go for cat claws. No, the punch. I said punch. And that also misses. So you just dodge both of those shots. God. Come on! Come on, dice! Where was the first... The first ones we got some good rolls. Give me some of those again. Alright.
My turn
That's
again?
you. Yes, you. Yep.
Primal again. That's a 22.
Definitely hits. Definitely hits.
With 10 damage.
10 damage. Damn. And on that, you watch as the other Lucinda, you bring down the claws, and the searing noise as you rend across the front of their so from the top shoulder down to the bottom of their, like, near their waist, you just hear sizzling of flesh and the tearing of fabric as you bring those claws down as deep as you can, and you watch the other Lucinda drop to the floor. We are then going to switch to Rivet, face to face. The other Rivet has now hand on crossbow, ready. They're not 100% sure, but they're getting ready. What are you doing, Rivet? You've been swept away, face to face with another Rivet.
Hey, how's it going?
You don't even finish the how's it going before, quick draw style, the crossbow's raised from the hip and a bolt is released. So they're going to roll to hit. Yo, how does your crossbow have a +7 to hit? Hang on a second.
I have no idea.
Oh, damn.
1 second. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I suppose. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right. God, it's been... I haven't made a ranger in a long time. Okay. Yeah, so they're gonna let sail a 12. Does a 12 beat your AC?
No.
As strong as it is, you sort of... Without... Because you didn't even notice it was happening, you just hear the little ting as the bolt hits your shoulder plate and flies off and scatters to the floor. What are you doing?
Guess I'll pull out that crossbow and shoot back.
Brilliant.
24.
Definitely hits. Definitely hits.
And 5 damage.
Brilliant. You notice, you let the arrow fly, and a good shot straight into the same place that theirs hit, but yours hit through. Yours pierced through the little kink in their armor, and you've noticed a good sink into their shoulder. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
I don't think I'm close enough. Am I like face to face with them, or?
You are just you're just out of their range. They're like sort of about 10 feet away from you, sort of thing. Enough that you didn't have disadvantage on your range attack. So yeah.
Okay. I think that's all I can do.
Yeah, brilliant. Awesome. Okay. Yes, so back to Other Rivet's turn. Other Rivet is just going to take their turn to reload their crossbow and go for it again. They won't close the distance. A 15?
Nope.
Does not hit.
Just barely.
Again, you saw this one. This one, you noticed, now that you've noticed that this is a combat situation, you darted back for this one, and as it sails past you, and you just narrowly miss getting hit by this bolt. They are going to then fuck it. They're gonna use their Draconic Cry as they start running towards you, throwing their crossbow to the floor, sort of thing. You hear the cry, and as they run, like basically face to face towards you.
Is that me then?
That's you.
Okay, so can I pull out my hand axe and hit them now? Are they close enough?
Yep. They're now in your space.
I don't think I hit. 16?
16 does just hit your armor class, so you just make the hit.
And 3 damage.
Another 3 damage to other rivet as you bring it across and take some scales off their arm. It goes to their turn. They are anything else on your turn?
Can I hit twice? I guess
Yeah,
I could do an unarmed strike.
Yep.
Strike for the other one. That definitely hits. That is a 21. And it just does 3 damage.
Wonderful. Yep. Still standing, but looking pretty messed up at this point. Other rivet now gets up into your space, and you notice in each of their hand they have their sickle in one hand and their hand axe in the other, and they're going to make the 2 attacks. The hand axe first being a nat 1. In that one, they lose their grip on it, and you just notice it sort of go and sails across the room, and is now out of their hand and out of sight. They still do pull their sickle up for their offhand attack, and god damn it, they rolled a 2. They're not hitting. It just whiffs wide. They're still looking at their hand axe that's gone sailing across the room. So they've just like brought the sickle up, trying to hit you, and it's like it's not even near you. It's like they tried to attack the person next to you, and there's no one there. Brilliant. That's back to you.
Okay. Hand axe. In 23. Wow, my
Definitely
rolls
hits.
today.
Definitely hits. Yep. Do you want to crit next? Do you want to crit on that? Do you want to crit with that
8.
one? You want fries with that? Yeah, Little Rivet is dead. You bring your hand axe down onto the back of Little Rivet's neck, and you hear the very audible crack and flomp of a very unconscious Rivet. We move to Aelith.
Yay!
Face to face with another Herongon. They currently have 2 hands on a staff, and you can see their grip sort of firming on it. You know, they're ready, but no one's made a move just yet.
Then I say, stop, we don't need a fight.
You say stop. We don't. And as you're saying this,
No!
you hear chanting from them as you hear a very familiar spell to you. You've used this. You've used this before.
No.
They're casting Thunderwave.
No!
I'm gonna need you.
No.
I'm going to need you
Get out of the way!
to roll a. I think it's a con saving throw. Constitution saving throw.
It's a 14.
You just make the damage. You being familiar with this spell, you heard it, you hear the little crackles, and at the last second you hit the floor with your bunny feet and make a little bounce just up above the ground, enough to dodge the little thunder wave as it passes under your feet. You still do take, I think you do take half the damage. Yeah, you still take a little bit of damage as it like crackles under your feet. So 3, so half of 3 is, I think you round down damage. No? I can't remember if you round down damage or round up damage.
Round it down. You round it down. You round it down.
No, because one you round down and one you round up.
Yeah, for sure. You round it down.
Yeah, you round down
Sure.
damage. Round down damage.
For sure. For sure, round
That's
it
what I
down.
read in the D&D book.
That's what. That's what. Yeah. In that D. Okay.
That's what I read in my studies.
Yeah. Okay. For this one, we will round down, so you take 1 damage. But I think it's actually round up for damage.
Nah, it's not.
Round to the nearest 10.
Math says you.
No?
usually round. Yeah. DM's discretion. I thought so. I thought it was usually round up, but that's fine. I said round down on this one, so we'll round down this
You did?
time. It's canon. 1 damage
It's
from
cannon.
this thunder wave as it narrowly misses your little feetsies. And that is all that they're gonna do. That's on you, Aelith.
Oh.
A narrowly missed thunder wave. What are you doing?
Oh, I
Decisions. You can use a spell.
Can I do a charm? I'm gonna cast Charm Person.
Brilliant. What do I gotta do?
I attempt to charm a humanoid I can see within range. Must it make a wisdom saving throw?
Brilliant.
Attack/save, it says Wiz 13.
So they rolled a 15 plus 6 is your wisdom saving throw, so because you've got +1 on all your saves from your ring. So they make it. So you cast your Charm Person, and you notice that their eyes sort of glimmer for a moment, and they shake it off. You see them physically like shake your head, and you watch the shimmering in their eyes vanish as the magic fails to take hold.
That would have been good.
You trick you did there.
Yeah, I'll end my turn there, I reckon.
Brilliant. So they are going to.
Be nice to me.
They are. They're going to cast Shalila.
Oh.
And again, familiar with this move, you watch the druidic energy from their hands flow out and wrap around the staff as it seems to glow, and the vines creep around and little flowers grow off their staff, and you see them quickly make their approach towards you as they wind back for the swing, and nat 20, so that's gonna crit.
Oh!
Okay.
Okay.
I want to see your dice rolls. I want a camera on those dice.
You want a camera on those dice? Fine, I'll do 2 d8s.
No. It's fine. I trust you.
It's fine. You want to see them? You want to see the roll?
Where are we seeing?
That's 7 plus 3, so that's 10 damage on the Shalila hit.
So I'm taking 10 damage.
Mm-hmm. Looking messed up, and your clone looking pretty okay. Other Aelith has finished their turn on this one.
Oh gosh.
They are like right up in your face now for this one. They've moved like within 5 feet of you, so they're close.
Okay. I will cast Thunderwave.
Okie dokie. Hit it. Yes, con save. That's a 15, so they take half damage on that one. So 4. Take your bonus actions. Is there anything you want to do?
Bonus actions.
Scroll down in your actions tab, see if there's anything in there that you want to do.
My bonus action that is Shalila, does that mean I hit them as well, or I just
No, that's just
cast it?
activating. Yeah, that's just activating it.
Okay. 'Cause
Take
it
your
says
action.
Attacked Shalila hit DC damage,
Yeah.
but it is okay.
It's a touch thing, and it's a bonus action touch, and it's targeted on your quarterstaff / club. So that's where it's like it's a action on your weapon. But yeah, so you can cast that now in preparation or something.
I'm going to magically summon a spirit. The spirit
Brilliant.
creates an aura in a 30-foot radius around the point where I cast it. And the spirit that I'm going to summon is...
Where are you summoning this as well? So say you're face to face with your with this counterpart. So I don't think it can't be interacted with, so they can't like hit it or anything like that. So you don't need to worry about like placing it somewhere where they won't hit it or anything like that. It is just like it's like an aura spirit, so you don't have to worry about it actually getting hit or anything like that.
How far? What is the distance between like me and each of my group, my party?
You don't know. You're currently in what appears to be about 15-foot cylinder of mist sort of thing. You can kind of see a little bit behind them. It's sort of like 15, maybe 20 feet. You can sort of see just a little bit behind you and just a little bit behind them. And then, you guys are on your own 5-foot squares sort of thing. So you've kind of got like 15 to 20 feet around you that you, without like further thorough investigation sort of thing, you're just like, the mist, I can see the mist kind of sweeps up there sort of thing. So
okay, I'm gonna summon the bear spirit. So like, how much distance is each square again?
About 5 feet.
Okay, so I'm gonna summon my bear and I'm gonna put it in the middle of the room so that the aura can reach each of us.
Brilliant. And you're going with the bear spirit, did you say?
Yes, the bear spirit grants us its might and endurance. Each of us in the aura, when the spirit appears, gains temporary hit points equal to 5 plus my druid level. Is my druid level 2?
Yes.
So we would each gain temporary hit points of 7.
Mm-hmm.
In addition, we gain advantage
if you
of
guys
strength
click on
checks
the
and strength
temporary
saving throws.
thing next to your hit points, you guys can add those 7 temporary hit points at right now. You guys all got affected with it instantly as soon as it was summoned. So right beside your HP, there's like a little thing that says temp. Just click on there and add 7 to that. Keep going, Aelith.
We're gonna get advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Awesome. So all them strength things are now boosted. Make sure to mark that off on your sheet that you cast it.
Done.
Brilliant. And that's your turn, so you now have a few extra hit points.
Well,
They are going to... they're just going to try to hit again with the quarterstaff, now that they've got it shillelaghed. Well, they didn't hit. That does not hit. It is not good. So they are then going to use their bonus action to do nothing. They have both their hands on their staff. They are not punching. So, that's their turn. They whiffed.
What a fool.
What are you doing now?
what of my things, like, is like, for example, my, like, using my staff, does that use a strength check or strength saving throw?
No. Not technically. It uses your strength modifier to do the damage, but you still have nothing. Like, you didn't add strength, but you've got advantage on a strength check. Strength checks are going to be things like picking them up, holding them, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all about those. It's like you get an advantage on all your athletics checks as well, sort of thing, because strength checks is like anything that's like that. It's like force open a door, break free from bonds and stuff like that, like push through something, hang on to something particularly well. But yeah.
I am going to... I am going to do Primal Savagery.
Brilliant. Roll to hit.
Oh, it is an 8.
It does not hit.
No.
You land, but you hear the grating metal as you bring your claws across what you thought was going to be flesh, but they just raised their shield up, and you just hear as it grates down their shield.
Oh man.
Anything else on that one?
No, I don't think I can really do anything else.
Brilliant. Moving back over to them. I think they're just going to keep going for the Shalila since it's still active. That was another nat 20.
Oh. I'm so happy for you.
I'm so happy.
Alright. We're now getting nat 20.
What the fuck?
You take 5. You take 8 damage.
I am very glad that I cast the bear, or I would be dead.
Oh, jeez.
And that is your turn.
I have 3 HP now. I am going to... I am going to dink my potion of healing.
That's so we use bonus action healing pot rules, so that's only your bonus action to down your health pot.
Cool.
So you
How
still
do I
have your
check
main
what that
action.
does for me?
So in your do you have a it should tell you if you've got one. If you click on it, it should tell you how much it heals.
Oh, yes, sorry. Thanks. 2d4 plus 2 HP. So I need to just like custom roll.
Yep, 2d4 and then just add the 2 to it.
It's not looking good, Chief. So it's a 5,
Brilliant.
and that's how much I add back.
Perfect.
Okay. And now I'm going to Primal Savagery again.
Awesome.
16, I hit.
16 you do hit. You just hit against your armor class.
Oh, fuck. I do 1 damage.
Brilliant. A little
It's not
scratch appears across other Aelith's face. Cute.
Oh, she's so sassy!
As they then raise their staff for another hit with their Shalila. Just absolutely wailing with it. 11 plus... What's it plus? I've lost my Shalila. Plus 5, so...
Okay.
So 16 just hits.
Oh!
DA plus 3. Stay on the table. 2 plus 3, so 5. 5 damage.
You're doing 5 damage to me?
Yep.
Good thing I drank a health potion. I'm back to 3.
Make sure you're reading your whole character sheet at this point. You've got it. Use it.
Are you talking about cure wounds?
I'm just saying anything. I'm like you're running out of stuff. I'm just saying.
Is there
you're
something
running
that
out
I'm
of
missing,
stuff.
or are you just saying cure wounds?
Hey.
Is there something that I'm missing, or like do you just?
No,
mean
I'm just saying. I'm not saying to use anything specific. I'm just saying make sure you just give your whole character sheet a good read sort of thing, and make sure you're getting low. You're running out of spell slots.
Well, I'm gonna
and
do
stuff.
cure wounds.
Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, you can.
8,
yeah,
and
you
I
can,
touch
you can
myself.
Yep. You can touch yourself. That's brilliant.
Alright, up to 11.
11. Nice.
And is that my main action?
That's your main action. I do believe you are out of spell slots now. Charm Person, Thunder Wave,
Yeah,
Cure
you're all
Wounds.
right. No, I didn't do Thunder Wave.
I thought that was like your second move that you did.
You did use Thunderwave.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, thank you. Alright, is there any bonus action where I can do damage? Like, can I,
Yeah, unarmed strike, you can punch.
Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't realize I could do that. I'll do that, please. I can punch, kick, headbutt, or use a similar forceful blow and deal bludgeoning damage equal to 1 plus strength modifier. Oh, mate, bloody hell. I freaking ended my turn before I could have done this and used the bear power thing. Okay, I'm going to...
Well, your strength modifier is still 0. It's a modifier, not a...
Oh.
But yeah. It's still...
Oh, it doesn't use that.
Your unarmed strike does 1 damage every time. It's 1 plus your strength modifier, which is 0.
But what about the bear thingy?
It doesn't add anything to your modifier. It gives you advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Oh. All right then. I'll deal 1. I'll kick her in the face, and I'll deal 1 damage.
Brilliant. Lifting that leg up. Go ahead and roll that to hit.
I've literally done like 2 damage. Don't make me roll to hit.
Sorry, Chief. I'm sorry.
What am I rolling?
Unarmed strike.
It's a 5.
Clang! As you kick forward, you just hear that that dinging of metal. They didn't feel it.
Oh.
That goes back to their turn, in which they are going to.
I'm gonna die.
They're just gonna hit with Shalila. Damn, 15. 15 doesn't hit.
Oh god. Oh.
Aww. Aww. So 15 doesn't hit as you see the empowered staff coming back up. You take a quick little step around and dodge it. That's it. They're not going to go for that. They've got both hands on that staff. They're not going for the unarmed strikes. They got them 2 hands on that thing. That's your turn.
I am going to cast Shalila.
Brilliant.
And then do I just do hit DC damage under Shalila?
Yep. Brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. Roll to hit, roll to damage.
12.
Does not hit.
Oh. Never mind.
Yeah, brilliant. So, whack. And you just hear that familiar clanging of armor as the shield was quickly brought up to block the staff hit. Now you get to feel what it's like to verse something with high AC. Now you know what all my creatures feel like.
I don't care what they feel like.
Is that all you're doing? Gonna go for your punch?
I did Shalila and I did the hit, so I think that's bonus and normal action, isn't it?
Oh yeah, true, yeah, that's right. Bonus action gone. Well, as the Shalila fight just continues, 9, 14. That's a 14. Does not hit again. This time you get the chance to bring up your shield, parrying a nice Shalila shot. Back to your turn. They're putting everything into these hits, so they're not using like any of their bonus attacks. They're just wailing away with this staff. Just as a note, where it's got magic missile listed on your spells, remember that's from your wand, so it doesn't take a spell slot to use it. It's its own item.
Move?
It is still an action to use it. It's on the time next to it. It still says 1A, which is 1 action. Just in case you weren't aware, it's not actually part of like your spells, but it is a spell. It comes from the magic wand that you picked up. So you would have to put your items down to draw your magic wand. But yeah, just reminding you. Perfect time to grab a snacky. Yay, Chippy! 1 chip for breakfast. Yum.
I'm looking at my wild shape, but it's very complicated.
It can be.
I will use my wild shape.
Brilliant. What are you turning into? Do you know what you can turn into?
My it says max CR 1/4, which I don't actually know what that means.
Alright.
And it says
so,
no flying or swimming.
Okay, well, we'll take our
speed,
break here then, so I can explain wild shape to you, because that'll take a little bit. And we will be right back. Back. Indy, explain Wild Shape to me real quick when you get back. I've never played Druid long enough to get familiar. Wild Shape's cool. Wild Shape is, so depending on what Druid circle you are a part of, there's only one that hastens it. So Circle of the Moon Druid allows you to become a creature of a higher challenge rating than normal. It also lets you use your Wild Shape as your bonus action instead of your main action. So doing your Wild Shape, you basically, at level 2 you unlock Wild Shape, and you get access to any creature up to level 1/4 with no flying or swimming speed. And you can basically stay in the form of this beast for 1 hour. It is limited to creatures with the tag Beast. But yeah, it's a really cool ability. It's very fun. So you can use your bonus action to revert back if you want to, or if you fall unconscious or drop to 0 hit points, you revert back. But yeah, very cool little thing. So you could, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like a druid can kind of turn into whatever they've seen in the past. It's their connection to nature that lets them take on an animal shape. There are negatives to it, like you can't do spell casting while you're an animal, because bears can't cast spells. Until a certain level. Once you're a certain level of druid, then you get access to things like that. But how we doing, guys? We ready?
I'm back.
Yeah.
Just got back.
Welcome back, guys. Yeah, it can be
ready.
good to have a bit of an extra HP reserve sort of thing. As a moon druid, you do have access to better creatures earlier, so you do get bigger health pools quickly. A lot of the like CR 1/4 and lower that you can use tend to all have very similar HPs. There's only a few that seem to really shine through in the low levels for having more HP than others. So, we get back to combat, and Aelith is just casting their Wild Shape. What is Aelith turning into?
A wolf.
Brilliant. As fur, a longer, thicker fur begins to form on starting at the forearms and sort of extending in both ways. You notice the bones sort of move a little bit to allow a bipedal stance as the fur grows in thicker and covers the back and the arms. It progresses down to the hands, which shrink and turn into small paws. The tail, which was once a small little puffball, starts extending out into a large fluffy tail. 2 ears that were once rather large seem to shrink down and pull in towards a more tight form, and the rabbit face extends a bit further as large teeth form on the sides of the mouth. And now standing before other Aelith is a wolf. That is your main action. Does you have any bonus actions as a wolf that you can use? You're now using the wolf's stat block. So you keep your intelligence, your wisdom, and your charisma. You're unable to speak. You are unable to use like somatic components and stuff for your spells. All of your gear has basically like fused in as part of you. Yeah. So do you have any on the wolf stat block? You now have its health and everything like that, and its strength and everything like that. So yeah, if it's got any bonus actions, you can use that. Otherwise, you are essentially that stat block until 0 HP.
It says proficiency bonus. Is that a bonus move?
I don't know. That's just your proficiency bonus. That's just what your normal proficiency bonus is +2. So you've got the wolf's proficiency. Brilliant. Though a little bit scared and a little bit nervous, other Aelith jumps back a little bit. That will actually though promote a opportunity strike. So you can go ahead and roll a little Yeah, I think you just get an opportunity attack sort of thing. So I think it just hits. I think you roll to hit for opportunity attack.
It does say you retain the benefit of any features from your class, race, or other source, and can use them if the new form is physically capable of doing so.
Yes.
So wouldn't I be able to, like, kick someone?
No.
But isn't that...
You only really have your bite attack. You don't have a claw attack as a wolf, so you don't really have an offhand attack sort of thing. All your like paws are like on the ground sort of thing. Yeah.
Your ability to speak or take any action that requires hands is limited to the capabilities of your beast form.
Yes.
So if it's kick with a foot and wolves can kick, isn't that fine?
I don't know. I would have to look into it more. So I'm just going to say no for right now. You're literally about to get an attack of opportunity because they're jumping back. So you're just about to get a free hit anyway. So that's why I'm literally giving you a free hit because I'm not sure. So I'll look into it, but I don't know. Yeah. So other Aelith's going to jump back, giving you an opportunity attack. So you can go for your bite attack. I don't think you have to roll to hit, so I think you can just roll damage on that.
So it's 6.
Brilliant. Awesome. Other Aelith has taken a nasty chomp to the leg as they sort of dashed back. They're going to throw their hand axe at you. So they've sort of dashed back a little bit, taking the opportunity attack. So they're just gonna throw this thing straight at you. And it doesn't hit. They rolled an 8. In their panic, they sort of take their steps back and they've just grabbed their hand axe from the side, thrown it, and it has just sailed wide and gone into the fog and just disappeared. Yeah, that's all they can sort of do on that move.
Oh, I should have also had advantage on attack rolls.
Why is that?
If at least one of the wolf's allies is within 5 feet of the creature and the ally.
You don't have anyone within 5 feet.
Where's the creature to me?
Right in front of you, or they've taken a step back now. They're sort of 5 feet away from you.
Wouldn't that make them 5 feet away from Ricky?
There's the magical barrier sort of thing. There's that wall of smoke sort of thing. Like you can't really see. You don't know how far they are away in the room sort of thing. The room is very like obscured by this fog sort of thing. This is just like a bit of a general layout sort of thing. I couldn't fit tokens and everything in here and make it work greatly. You guys are essentially all separated for right now.
Okay.
You guys have all sort of taken steps back and stuff. I haven't moved perfectly every square sort of thing.
So I'll bite again.
Brilliant. Take the step forward to bite. Roll for that one.
Roll the damage or the hit?
Roll to hit.
What type of dice do I roll to hit?
D20.
15.
Does not hit.
It says hit 7.
Well, you have
to
hit, so you plus 7 onto it. So if it says to hit plus 7, it's D20 plus 7. So if yours says attack plus 4 to hit, so you go D20 plus 4, that's then the number to hit. Damage is then 7, or in brackets 2d4 plus 2. The 7 is average damage, or you can roll 2d4 plus 2 as the damage.
Okay. So it's 19 my hit.
That does hit.
7 my damage.
Very nice, very nice. And they don't make the strength save for your bite. So you can either throw them or have them knocked prone at this point with your bite attack. And you grabbed good. You've basically lunged forward, taken a step on their midsection, and you've sort of grabbed at like their shoulder, sort of neck region, and have a big bite on like their entire like upper shoulder area. And that's where you're currently holding by, and you can either like sort of force them prone or throw them. Oh, sorry, no, sorry, I read that wrong. Or be knocked prone. Sorry, they're knocked prone currently. That was my misread. So yeah, they're currently prone with you essentially like on top of them. Yeah, I mean they're prone, so technically they can stand up. Because they're not grappled, so you're not like actively still biting them technically. Prone just means that they're down and they're not restrained.
I mean, they've got a wolf that's at least twice its size on top of it.
Yeah, I mean, but just how it's written says or be knocked prone, so from prone you can stand up, so I assume they would just sort of like roll out from underneath you or something. But yeah, so they'll use half their movement to stand up. And they're gonna go for their... What's this now? We've had a few rounds. This is probably like their last round before their Shalila's up. And that's a nat 1. That misses. That's not great. They're just panicking at this point. They're stumbling, panicking, hurt. They're just swinging wildly. You can see it in their eyes that they're scared and they're just flailing. They're still trying to hit. They're still attempting to fight, but it's a panicked fight. And that's back to your turn.
I don't get to know how much HP they have left, do I?
No, you can do like like, what is it? It's I can't think of what it is. It's like non-lethal damage. You can specify non-lethal damage if you want.
Yeah, I think I'll just bite again.
Awesome.
I mean, I don't think I really have any other option.
Roll to hit.
It's a 1. It's a 1 plus 4, which is 5.
Still a nat 1 though, so also going to be just a whiff, just snapping, just just can't land perch, just sort of thing, just snapping away. Like Sadie's little crocodile snaps, just Yeah, I mean, they're gonna just go for their staff hit. They're gonna go one-handed staff hit. They're sort of just flailing and backing. They do not hit with a 4. just flailing. This is just currently just panicked attacking right now. Back to you. It's straight back to you. They're just panicking and flailing.
I bite.
Roll it.
So many rolls.
Yay, combat.
It's a 9.
Does not hit.
Okay.
And the staff swinging back and does not hit as well. God damn. Back to you.
Oh my gosh.
Swing. This is just panicked at the moment. This would be a scene if anyone saw it. This would be...
It's a 19.
A 19 does hit.
Yeah.
I do 8 damage.
If you click the dice twice, it will roll 2 of them at one time rather than clicking once, rolling, clicking once, rolling. If you click it twice, it like adds 2 of the dice and you can do
like
2d4.
A double click?
Yeah, not necessarily like a double click, just click once, click again, and it'll make it 2 of them. And then you click the button down the bottom that like rolls them. So you don't have to do 1d4, 1d4. You can do
I see.
2d4. So yeah, on that, another good bite to the other side of the shoulder neck area, and you give it a bit of a shake, and limp. You now hold the still body of Aelith in your jaw. Ricky, we switch over to you. What are you doing, Ricky?
If you're anything like me, you wouldn't attack. I say that. How quick can I say that? You wouldn't attack.
If you're anything like me, you
couldn't.
couldn't. And as you're saying this, a dagger is let loose. It is thrown at you. And... Oop. Is going to... does a 17 hit?
Yeah.
Get. 1d4. So 5 damage as you said this and the blade was let loose, and you feel a warm sensation as you look down to your like the left of your chest, and there is now a dagger sticking out the front of your chest, and yes, 5 damage.
Holy.
You put your temporary hit points in, yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. Brilliant. They only have their 1 move. Brilliant. Yep. That's it. Actually, that's what they're gonna do. Brilliant. That's their move.
Try to do the snake attack thingy. You run up to them.
You won't be able to get sneak attack on them because you have no advantage,
Okay.
and you have no enemy of that target within 5 feet, and they're not incapacitated.
Just get
So-
as close as I can.
Yep.
Try
brilliant.
and hit his jaws now with a dagger.
Awesome. Roll to hit. As Ricky takes the few large steps that it takes to close the distance
20.
and get in under there, raises up for a 20. That definitely hits your armor class.
I don't want him using his breath, so hitting his jaw somehow.
Yeah, brilliant. Going for the stab at the jaw.
A 6.
This guy, now that you're like real close, this guy's had a little bit of damage, possibly from like previous rooms or something. Out of all the fights, this one was the easiest. They didn't get a bear totem. They don't have any extra hit points. This knife goes deep. It goes all the way up to the handle of the blade. As you watch other Ricky's eyes roll back in their head. One shot. They walked in at the same HP as you walked into this room.
If they had did the same thing.
Without Aelith's totem, it would have been the same thing
Yeah.
to you. But
Yeah, exactly.
in that very moment, as you take that hit into poor Ricky, the mist begins to settle. The sight that everyone sees is 1 victor and 1 fallen. You guys don't know who you guys don't know who's who. What are yous doing? You guys see all of yous have basically all of the walls have basically come down between yous, and you guys see for Aelith there is a wolf currently with a lifeless Aelith in their jaws. You guys see Ricky with a dagger going up through the bottom jaw of another Ricky, with them seemingly lifeless on the end of that dagger. You guys see Lucinda with another Lucinda at their feet, chest festering and bubbling from the acid damage. And you guys see a rivet standing over another rivet. What are yous doing?
Is that you guys? Are you guys real? Is that the real rivet? Real
I don't know.
Real Lucinda?
They're not replying.
I'm
Asking
not
them
too
after.
sure, to be honest with you.
Oh crap.
I'm
me.
so confused about what is going on right now.
What's different between me and that one?
One's dead. One's
Well-
alive.
Yes, but what's
Help!
the other
How does
difference?
that help?
What's something that only our party would know?
What is the difference between my leg and her leg?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's true. That is
Okay,
true.
so we know you're at least the right one.
okay.
What about the rest of yous?
Okay.
Well, you guys currently
I
still
almost
see.
figure.
You can't speak. You are a wolf. You guys hear.
Why is there a wolf here? Guys, let's attack the wolf. Why is there a wolf here, guys?
Can I walk over to the wolf
Yeah.
and like hold out my hand almost to pet the wolf, but not quite?
Sure.
To sniff.
The old sniff test.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna guess no attacking.
Doesn't seem to be.
Wolf nuzzles into your hand.
Okay. This one is Ayla, I think.
That looks like a friendly wolf.
I think so.
Awesome.
Okay, cool.
No, you rue it. How do you prove yourself?
I know that Von Ricky is an idiot and screamed as soon as we came into the dungeon.
They also would think that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I
just
don't
me.
know. How did we meet? Do you know how we met or something?
Outside of the dungeon in the town?
Obviously.
Just standing around watching the guy put up the note.
Yeah.
It's very vague.
What if that was the fake?
Yeah, I know I met you in a much more interesting way than that.
Oh yeah, well, you tripped over me.
There it is.
All right. Are we
Yeah.
satisfied? Are we? What are you guys? Still Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man meme?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I
You guys suss it out.
know Lucinda's fine. This wolf seems friendly.
I mean,
None of us have attacked, so
the only one I don't have cleared is you.
Which door did we come through? Well, no, I guess we know that.
the main door. I came through the main door.
Does everybody remember the pirate captain's name?
No.
No.
Hey, hello.
Oh,
All right.
yeah. That's the name. Wait, you can't talk. Did that wolf just swear at me?
A little. Oh.
Ruh-roh, Reggie.
Roll Raggy, he was a rasshole.
Can
I mean, woof.
I take a couple of the candy coins out of my pocket and, like, show it to Ricky?
Of course.
They look like coins.
Sure. What kind of coins?
Coins.
You're
No?
not
Special coins.
helping your.
Tell me. What are they?
Are they edible? I've seen some edible coins around here.
Is that good enough?
I don't know. Is it good enough?
Do we think that's good enough?
That's sounding a little sus to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm the same silly Ricky here. It's the same silly Ricky. Loud guy.
Anything in the dungeon, someone could have watched. So,
Yeah, that's what I'm. But we only just met outside of the dungeon. That's what I'm worried about.
I did see something strange about you when I first saw you. It was very, very strange. Kind of concerning. Not sure if this will work. You were doing something. It was weird. You know what that was.
Ricky's
I do a lot of
existence is weird.
That's me.
No, it was an action.
An action.
Very common action that came off as very, very weird.
I tripped down.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't
Tripped down
remember
some
what.
stairs. Did that come through?
Yep.
I tripped down some stairs. Okay.
You guys can move on whenever you guys are satisfied.
I don't know. I don't know about these guys.
I don't know about you.
Yeah, I think
no.
you're the only one that seems out of place.
I've got these coins. If they're the
Slowly
same.
moves my hand to my hand axe.
I've got these coins. These are edible. Yeah.
Throw me one.
There. I'll give you one.
Okay, we'll go ahead and eat it. It's edible, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If that's what you threw over, Ricky.
Oh
Yep.
man, it's the same chocolate coins I have.
I guess that's okay then.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, but keeping my eye on you.
Keep an
And
eye on
the
all of you.
wolf kinda.
And that random wolf keeps just swearing.
kinda hoping.
Alright.
How does she change back?
What did you call me?
She can use her bonus action to change back whenever she wishes, or at the end of an hour, or thing. But, I mean, you guys don't technically know that. The only one that would kind of know that is Lucinda. Yeah. They would know.
I was just wondering.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Yeah. Awesome. You guys continuing on, heading towards the door. Satisfied, mostly.
Yeah, I
that the
suppose.
Rivet's following Ricky close. Crossbow
Barely satisfied.
draw. We move. I mean, but like, if anyone's like wanting to, if you just want to keep an eye on it, you guys can do whatever. But you open the door, and it's a long ass hallway with a couple of little turns off the side. You're heading in.
I missed all the
Yep.
hallways.
Oh, hallway.
You can't talk. You're a wolf.
Oh!
Here we go in.
I don't risk these rockways, Raggy. Yeah, awesome. You guys sort of start heading into this hallway sort of thing. You just get up about halfway. There was an offshoot to the right, wooden door at the end. You've gotten about halfway up, left, another wooden door. At the end, you guys can see another wooden door. You guys get to make a decision. What doors do you want to go look at? What do you just want to see?
Well, why don't
What do
we
you
swing
think?
them open and see what's in each of them, and then we can decide where to go.
Do we split up? And clues?
I'm gonna go to the right and open the door.
Awesome.
Huh.
Rivet starts heading down here, breaking off from the group. Are you like taking
sure.
a little quick
Yeah.
peek, or are you, what are you doing? Like just a little quick stealthy peek?
Quick
What do you-
peek. Yeah.
Awesome. Roll me a stealth check, and we'll see
Oh,
how
no.
quickly I open this door for you and what you see.
18.
Fingers crossed. Okay. On your little quick peek into the door, you did notice that there is it was quite a large sort of humanoid head. It looked like a disembodied humanoid head, but rather large, bigger than would fit on any normal human, any giant that you've read about or anything like that. It's a big head.
Okay.
You don't think anything noticed you in the room. When you did open the door, you also noticed that it was saying something, but you didn't quite catch what. You just heard a couple of words, nothing that you even made out what they said, sort of thing. But it was talking actively. You saw like the mouth moving, and you heard sound, sort of thing, on your little quick peek.
Okay. I
Brilliant.
guess I'll throw the door open again.
We'll go back to anybody else that wanted to quickly peek at a door or anything. If like everyone decided to, like, if anyone wanted to scatter, if anyone wanted to follow you or anything like that, just so that if you do throw the door open, whatever. Like, so did anyone follow Rivet, or did anyone like go to their own door, sort of thing?
I want to go with Ribbit.
I will go to my own door.
Woof, woof, woof.
Yeah.
Which door would you like?
I will go to my own door, wolf.
Until you leave,
I
wolf form, you are required to say "woof" at the end of every sentence.
I will go to the closest door to me, Wolf.
All right, brilliant. Are you also trying to take a little peeky
Yeah.
peek, or what are you thinking? And what are you doing, Rivet? Ricky?
Follow along with her. What's the
Awesome.
wolf? Me and Scooby
I
will go
have
this way.
advantage
Hey,
on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing or smell.
Dope.
Ooh.
Awesome. Take your little. You could do that from outside the door if you wanted to have a little smell or a little listen, or you can
Yes.
still try to take your peek. And I will say, if that's what if you're not really choosing to like nuzzle your head or anything in there, like if you did want to, like the DC would come down a little bit if you open the door, but it's like then they have a chance of possibly seeing the door move or anything like that. But like whatever you want to choose to do, but you do have your advantage, but you could do something from outside the door.
outside the door. I'll sniff and listen to it.
Brilliant.
I'll roll my thingies. I got 10 perception.
A 10. You can smell. You can smell.
I hope she can smell.
You can smell. Sorry. You smell what smells a little like flesh. Not rotten, but not exactly living. It's not living like fresh meat. It definitely... So very confusing to your nose. But yeah, the distinct smell of, like, flesh is there in your mind. But yeah, you can't really smell, like, it's not like the heavy iron smell of, like, blood or anything like that, but you definitely know it's like of meat, you know, like.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of a weird smell to your nose, not familiar by any means.
And do I hear anything?
Hearing, not so much. Absolute silence. Other than general cave dungeon sounds.
What do you think, Scoob? I mean, Wolf.
You take one down. No. Take one
Ow.
damage as it bites you for your insolence.
Meat. Woof.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really communicate it to Ricky.
Is that a happy wolf or a mad wolf?
Just starts pouring at the door like they want to go outside.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll pour it. I was gonna say I'll like put my nose into the corner of the door and pour at it.
Awesome.
Slowly open up then.
We'll go back to Rivet as they wanted to swing their door open and move. So, you whip that door open, and before you see a massive disembodied humanoid head. It hovers above the floor, with where the neck would be seems to be like capped by a piece of large like metal, like so where it would go down onto a neck, it looks like it's being capped off by a large piece of like brassy metal, and it is currently just floating above the ground, and it's muttering to itself, but it sounds like gibberish.
Hello?
No reaction. It just keeps just muttering nonsense, essentially. Just random words that you guys are hearing. Potato. Casper. Igneous.
Okay. Step into the room.
Awesome. Are you, like, going closer to it to inspect it or anything?
Yeah.
Awesome. Upon getting closer to it, you notice that the base of its like head and neck has a series of little pipes and tubes connecting it to a little glowing furnace. There seems to be like an assortment of gears and things like clumsily put together, grating and grinding from inside. Where like little, and there's like little plumes of black smokes coughing out of this little device. It continues to speak, and it gets a little bit more clear, but it only gibberish as it gets louder. Potato, spelling, dagger, rest, reactive.
Are you
As
just
you start listening,
desperately trying to
through
come up
these
with words?
it gets a little bit louder as it starts saying these words, and you hear a little bit of a hiss coming from the pipes and tubes underneath it.
Uh-oh.
At that moment, a bunch of strips of parchment shoot forth, and you see from all the corners of the room. Oh, also, Lucinda, are you following in?
Sure.
Awesome. You've followed in Little River. So basically, from all the corners of the room, you guys see these massive spiders descending from the walls. They don't seem to rush you in any form of aggressive manner. Their fangs aren't extended or anything like that. They seem to rush forward in some form of worship. They grab these little pieces of parchment and try to an attempt to like shove them in your faces. Read, as they chitter, sort of thing. Read to self. No, not aloud, not loud. And they're just chittering as they're attempting to shove these pieces of paper into your face.
I take the paper and read it to myself.
Awesome. Are you taking yours, Lucinda? I need you both to roll an intelligence saving throw for me.
Intelligence saving. Oh boy, this is not gonna go well. 3.
Oh.
You have failed, and I will DM you something in a second.
Oh.
What did you get, Weirdo? Or Lucinda?
19.
You have also failed, and I will DM you something in a second.
Uh-oh.
Jeez.
Start with... You read your
19
note.
is a fail? Jeez.
You read your note. You guys get to entertain chat for a second.
Hey.
So
guys, how's your weekends?
What's your favorite animal?
Ooh, that's a good one.
What's your opinion about bees?
Whoa. I love this.
No, I genuinely want to know what's your opinion on bees.
Scary. Very scary.
I am allergic, but
Oh,
They are my phobia.
bees
Oh,
are
my favorite.
nice. It depends on what we're talking about. Because if we're talking about, like, honeybees, yes. Heck yes.
yeah.
Wasps,
Nice bees.
no. Burn them all.
Wasps are not bees.
Um,
Wasps are not bees.
Woof.
bumblebees
Bees
are
are
nice.
different.
I like bumblebees. They're cute.
Nice bees.
Nice bees.
Scary.
Okay, so
Never been stung. I'm just
I
scared.
like the nice bees.
Australia's native bees are black.
Well, we all know Australia's a myth, so I mean,
Yeah, Australia, whoa.
Sure.
I'm living a myth.
we all know Australia's a myth, so I mean,
You know what?
does it really exist? Who knows?
Favorite animals? Snow fox. That's my favorite.
You guys have got your little... You guys have read your note. I will let you guys play that out.
I rush to the head and kind of put myself between it and Lucinda.
So you've seen Rivet just sprint towards the giant head, throw their arms up behind them, shielding the head, and they're now like basically safeguarding the head, but hugging it backwards, sort of thing. What are you doing, Lucinda?
Same thing I'm doing in real life. Stand here very confused. I'm not quite sure what to do.
All right, brilliant. Lucinda takes up a slightly defensive position, sort of, between each of the people, between each of the things in the room, sort of just darting their focus, sort of thing, just making sure that they're prepared and ready. All right, we'll go across to the other room. What are you guys doing over here?
Slowly opening the door.
Yeah.
Like.
Woof.
Opening the door. Immediately, nothing sticks out until a large, almost spectral head descends from the roof. It is a very strange looking creature made mostly of flesh. It hovers above the ground, and it's quite big. Though only, it appears small, but it is quite a bit bigger than even Ricky is. A good couple of feet, with the large eye stalks, protruding from its main head. You hear... It doesn't say anything, but its mouth moves, but you hear the voice in your mind, and it almost hurts how loud it pierces into your mind.
I wish to be entertained.
Oh,
Thunders through your brain.
My brain.
You guys have fun with that.
Are you
Entertained.
entering the room, or...
Yeah.
Yeah, Ricky's going in. Aelith, you running in?
woof.
Was that a yes woof or a no woof? What, one woof for
Woof.
no, two woofs for yes? Cool. You guys now stand before this creature. It's not seeming to do anything hostile towards you, but again, as you get to the center of the room, you both wince at the same time as it pierces your mind.
I wish to be entertained.
And you will be entertained.
What are you guys doing?
I have an idea. Small
Uh-oh.
idea. You see this wolf here? I can turn it into a bunny girl. Would that please you?
There is absolutely no reaction. All of its eye stalks are laser focused on you, though, and since you started talking, basically like the eyes were like sort of floating around, scanning the room on their stalks. The second you started talking, they all snapped to your direction, and basically it was 2 on you, Ricky, and there's 2 on you, Aelith, and the main one stares at both of you.
So I got your attention, huh? Try and find a funny word for this. They're like, abracadabra. Turn this wolf into a bunny. And just points towards the wolf.
Grrr.
There is growling. Are you going to revert from your form? Are you going to try to like do anything to while you're reverting or anything?
I'm not reverting, woof.
Not reverting Wolf. Wolf remains unchanged. So no performance check required, as
Crap.
nothing happened. You guys feel an immense weight on you, like on your whole body, as it feels like the gravity shifted to like 2 times. You feel the words piercing your brain again.
I wish to be entertained.
And you will be.
It is
just
hard to move, a little bit hard to move. It's like you feel the weight of it pressing down on you as the shift has happened. What are you doing?
Wolf, what are you doing? Help.
You get just
Can you ask it what it wants? Like how it wants to be entertained?
How do you want to be entertained?
there is. It just repeats the same thing again to that question. It thunders through your brain once more.
Can I go around around it and try to open the trapdoor?
It 2 of its eye stalks stay trained on you as you walk around to the trapdoor. You try to lift it, and it is sealed.
Do you know how to juggle? Could you juggle some coins?
I can try again. Grab some coins and try and
I
juggle.
don't remember what you did last time in the room.
I completely stuffed up last time. So here we go. Like 3 coins.
It's kind of got like 2 eyes on Aelith still around behind it, and 2 eyes on you, so its middle eye is kind of looking off into the middle. You don't seem to have its attention. Like the eyes seem to like like they'd come back to you, but then they slowly like drift away and like start looking around, and then they snap back to you, sort of thing. Anytime like you talk, the only time that they had like so like that, yeah, you're not holding its focus, sort of thing. It's kind of looking between you, and the same thing for you, Aelith. The 2 eye stalks that are watching you, kind of like if you move or anything, snap towards you to look at you, and then immediately start like bobbling and moving, sort of, and it just stares off into the between section as it can't see both of you.
Looks like we gotta do this together so that they see it. Hey, wolf. mean wolf.
What are you doing, Aelith?
I don't know, Wolf.
I'll just get closer, I guess.
Are you
Just
listening
stay-
to Ricky? Are you going to Ricky? They're calling you over.
Yeah.
Awesome. You head back over. As all the eyes snap to you, as you're back together sort of thing, the big eye is now trained on both of you, and like the other 4 eyes are snapped onto you guys and not wavering. All focused now. What are you doing, Ricky?
Can I juggle these coins for you?
Doesn't say anything immediately. The jaw's just like hanging there open, a large tongue hanging down from its mouth, just like sort of swaying.
Try and juggle them?
Are you doing anything while he's juggling, Aelith?
No. I
No?
just kind of sit down, lick my paw.
It would be cool for a magic bunny girl assistant.
It kind of just grunts while you're juggling and keep, like, because it's still got 2 eyes on Aelith and 2 eyes on you and the main eye watching both, and it just sort of, while you're juggling, doesn't seem impressed.
Are you sure you don't want to turn? Wolf. It might help.
I didn't seem very impressed when you suggested the idea, Wolf.
It had all its eyes on it.
Was probably the most attention it had on you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it didn't react at all.
It's very waiting.
It was sort of like a waiting reaction. It was an anticipation reaction.
I don't want to turn back because then I feel like I've wasted my wild shape.
You have another
I mean,
one?
you got your use
You
out
got
of it
back
in
on
the
a short
combat.
rest. You guys could take a short rest after this or something. You guys choose when you take your rests.
Yeah.
You just have to make the suggestion to the rest of the party, and if everyone's like, yeah, let's take a rest, then you just take a rest.
Okay.
We do a time jump. Like, it's just yeah. You do
Okay.
you, boo.
Um,
Don't feel like you're gonna waste something. Just do what you feel.
that's what I was feeling. I will turn back then. Woof.
Abracadabra.
Roll me a performance check.
Which one of us?
I'll go with advantage since you're now playing along.
I got a +3 on mine. If
I'll get you
If
to
you have
roll
high-
one each, and you take the highest. There we go. That's what we'll do.
Okay,
You use
yeah.
both roll once
Okay.
and take whoever gets the highest of the rolls, then, rather than
I got
someone
11.
getting advantage.
oh,
Wow.
yours.
Less impressed by this effort.
Oh,
I want to. It seems it liked it, but it you think it may have seen something like this before, sort of thing. So it's like it's not the it liked it. It's like nodding in approval, but it's not really done anything to like make you think you've succeeded. If that makes sense. So it's sort of like, is this the warm up? Like. It just sort of, it's like makes a low groaning noise as it's like raises an eyebrow, so it's one singular eyebrow above its head, like, and so it's still
I have
watching.
a little idea.
All right, go for it.
Can I cast my magic missile
Oh.
at just like the ceiling?
Sure.
So I cast with my little wand. I cast.
Here,
I get out my teeny tiny. I go haha, and I reach into the threading on my top, and I pull out my tiny wand, and I do a little flourish with it, pinched between my fingertips. And I go bippity boppity boo, and I cast magic missile up at the ceiling, and it makes
At what
these
level?
3 glowing.
Just using one charge.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and I make these 3 glowing dots go pew up to the ceiling.
Awesome. I'll give your roll advantage then. So you roll again, and
Performance.
yeah, roll another performance.
No.
and they make sparkles fall from the ceiling.
That was a perception check.
No, it's performance.
Oh,
Yeah, but you rolled the perception.
No, I rolled performance.
that was
The-
performance.
I
Oh.
saw the performance was
It
the
popped
last
up,
one
it
at
said-
least.
Yeah, it popped up.
Was
When it
both
popped
of them
up, it said
performance
perception.
in the
Both
log?
of them were performance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
They're both performance.
it's weird. When it popped up, it said perception.
I mean,
Strange.
it could say perception and we try again. I mean,
Yeah, I got 2 of the exact same. I got 10, -1 both times.
Yeah. It's just it's like it's not it's still not like displeased sort of thing. Like you know, you did the little flourish at the end of your transformation and it's like yeah, but so it's like still like raised eyebrow, eyes are on you guys, but it's just like it just doesn't seem to be hitting as hard as you think, you know? It's like it's still waiting. It's like waiting for the main punchline of a joke. It's like, and they did this, and it's like, and was that the climax of the story, or are you about to say something else? So it's like it's still like just it's still like there. You've got it, but it's like, come on.
You got any ideas, Bob? Ricky?
put oil on my sword and make flames on my swords, maybe. I've got
Oh.
cooking oil.
Oh.
That'd be cool to see.
Now we're cooking with oil.
Right? You gonna join in on with this in any way, Aelith? You gonna put some oil on something and join in?
I will. Ricky will. So Ricky's like covering his sword in oil,
Yeah.
and he holds it up, and I, with my wand, go, oh, bippity boppity boo, and I cast it at his sword, and it ignites it.
Oh. I was gonna
Magic
like
missile?
sharpen it.
Sure,
I was
why
gonna
not?
touch the blade.
I'll let that. It's
Yeah.
yeah. Why not? Why not? We can get some sparks going with a
Thinking it
magic
could make
missile.
a spark.
I reckon we can make
I
it
was gonna-
spark, right? Like clinks off a bit of metal or something. Like you know,
Yeah.
clinks off it. Yeah,
I
I
can-
reckon we can get a spark going.
Slice the swords together.
Right? Tries to cut the magic missile a little bit.
Yeah.
Just does a little bit.
Maybe
of
the
tearing.
magic missile's just a show, and he actually goes like shing together. Or but whatever.
Yeah.
It looks like I
Maybe.
set it on fire.
Right. I'll call it. Do the same thing. You both roll one performance check.
11.
4. Holy
Come
crap.
on, Ricky man!
Oh my god.
I've got negative. You've got positive.
Somehow. I'm losing. That was a nat 1.
The gravity.
Don't tell him that.
The gravity increases again, but you feel the gravity start to rotate until it's on the side, and it's now like 4 times.
Oh,
And it basically, you hear the same voice pierce your skull
Better luck next time.
as the gravity just sweeps you
Oh.
guys off your feet, and you guys are basically launched out of the room, and the door like kind of like gets slammed as well, sort of thing. Door's shut. It just kind of kicked you out. It just it
no!
got a bit bored, and you've just been kicked out. It didn't seem like
Oh.
overly hostile, no damage or anything, but like literally like the gravity was just like 4 times normal and just shifted around slowly and just slid you out the door.
But it was cool.
Possibly just not cool enough.
Dang it.
Just
Oh my
unlucky.
head.
Just unlucky. All right. So, are you guys wanting to like go check out a different room or anything? Where are you guys? What are you guys thinking after you've just been pushed out of that room?
Did we want to take a break?
Yeah, I was gonna just see where you guys are heading and then take the break,
Okay.
sort of thing. So,
Is the room that hasn't been checked the one at the end of the corridor at
Yes.
the bottom?
no
I'll
top.
probably head towards that.
You guys
I'll go
came
to
through the
top then.
bottom. Awesome.
Okay.
Aelith now as Aelith starts heading towards the main door. Are you following Ricky?
Yeah, follow along now.
Awesome. And before we pan back to the other group, we will take our break right here. And we will be right back. And we are back. We are going to jump back into this. We're going to pan back over to Rivet and Lucinda. We currently have Rivet, 2 arms behind their back, like backwards hugging the giant floating head. And Lucinda had taken up a bit of a defensive position, kind of glancing around at everybody. What are you guys doing?
Just standing there, waiting for something.
Brilliant. Unflinching, Lucinda stands still and ready.
I'm gonna spin around and like take a little piece of cloth and start like polishing.
Wonderful. Giving a thorough cleaning to the floating decapitated head. Are we just currently in a stalemate here?
I
The
guess.
spiders have gone like almost not unresponsive, but okay, yeah, so what do you guys are just stalemated right now?
I suppose. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, all good. If you guys are just sitting here, that's fine. Yeah, we can pan back over to these guys up here if they're gonna start looking at their next room or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I will sniff. Oh, no, I can't sniff anymore.
You are not a doggy. I mean, you could still.
I am not doggy. I think I will stealthily creak the door open and look in the room.
Alright, roll me a little stealth check to have a little looky in the room.
It's a 5.
As a little 5, you'd think you're gonna be sneaky, but as you sort of like get the door about maybe half an inch open, the most god-awful creaking starts to happen.
Oh.
Wait, I think I've got something for this. You hear it.
Oh, no!
As the door whips open, before you see quite a large chest sitting like on top of a bit of a pedestal. It looks similar to the one in the earlier room that you guys found, just a little bit bigger.
Is Rivet here with me?
You currently have Ricky and yourself. You guys,
sorry,
you don't know
is
what
Ricky, is Ricky here with me?
Ricky
is what I meant to
is
say.
here in spirit.
Then I will
no,
take
here
it.
in real. Here for real as well.
Well, I'll do a perception on the chest and the pedestal kind of thing.
Yeah, awesome.
At the chest.
Yeah, a
It's
large
just
chest.
sort of running.
14.
What are you were running forward, Ricky?
Half joking, but I do want to run towards it now. Guys,
A
there's
little
loot
bit.
here.
You could give me assistance
14.
on my perception.
14. Yeah, it's very much very similar to the one that was earlier in the dungeon, but it is just probably like twice the size.
Nothing
Maybe a bit bigger.
suspicious about the
Maybe a
pedestal?
bit bigger. The pedestal itself isn't like a super like raised pedestal. It's more so just like a large floor tile pedestal. So it's a couple of steps up and just sitting atop. It looks nice. It looks like a nice sort of pedestal. There's a bit of gold trimming on some of the features. Nicely cut steps. Yeah.
I think I'll try and open the chest then.
Awesome.
Unless
soon
Ricky
as you
wants to
get-
go first.
Oh, are you
Yes.
getting any closer? Ricky, you going up with?
Yes. It's going up straight on an opening.
Awesome. You just both put a hand on the chest. And in that moment, a large purple tongue starts descending out the opening of the chest. A large toothed maw starts opening around around where the opening for this chest would be. I'm gonna need both of you guys to roll
Let's
initiative.
go. Mimic, let's go.
Mimic.
Initiative.
Which one are we rolling?
Initiative.
Saving throw, is it?
18. Nice.
19. Damn.
Nice. Okay. I need. Where's my DM screen? So what did we have? We had a 19 from Aelith. And what was yours, Ricky?
An 18.
18. And what do we got for... Where are my little guys? There they are. Okay. And then... Oop. Brilliant. Okay. So, I'll get both of yous to roll me another perception check as yous sort of notice this happening. It is also going to get the surprise attack on you guys because yous went to go fingers deep in a chest that wasn't a chest. It's going to... I just need to find the stat block. So it's going to attack twice, hitting yous both with its little pseudopod tongue. So it's going to take a massive, like, whip against the both of yous.
Perception?
Yeah, perception check.
Both of us?
Yeah, both of yous. As it's sort of, like, opened up again, and now you've noticed the mimic.
Nat 20. So 23.
Amazing.
15.
Let's go.
Ricky, you notice this mimic is looking a little worse for wear already. You notice it might be old, or it might have been here for a while. There's some deep scratches in it. There is some big cuts. This thing has seen some life. It's been here for a long time. This thing may have ended some adventurers. This thing has lived a massive life. You're not super versed in creatures of this nature or anything like that, but you generally just know, life itself. This thing is old. This thing is showing its age and stuff as well. It is, and you notice some of these things, Aleph, especially being a druid, you do notice that it does seem a little damaged. Its tongue is a little bit more bluey than it should be, like a deep, rich purple. It's looking a little bit blue and pale sort of thing. So you notice not quite as much as Ricky. Ricky's basically getting a small life story on this thing. But it is going to take its 2 attacks against you guys, and the one against Aelith is going to be an 11 to hit.
My armor class is 16, so that doesn't hit?
Doesn't hit, nope. And then against
doesn't hit.
Ricky, we went with a 10.
Doesn't hit, no.
Awesome. So its big tongue whips out and takes a few strikes, but none of them seem to land purchase as you guys stand back up, getting ready to fight. And then we go to the top of the initiative order, so that takes us to Aelith. What are you going to do first against this thing?
I will do...
You will?
I'll do Shalala, quarterstaff whacking.
Absolutely. Go for that whack.
It's a 20 hit.
A 20 does hit.
And it is an 11 damage.
Brilliant. You hit this thing, and a massive creaking and crunching of wood splinters fly off the side. A big noticeable dent in the side of the metal bindings that hold the wood together. It shrieks back in pain as its big tongue lashes about, sort of thing, and it comes back to rest. Ricky, that brings unless there's anything else you want to do.
Ricky?
Unless there was anything else you wanted to do, Aelith. We were going over to Ricky, unless there was something else you wanted to do.
Sorry. I thought you asked Ricky that. Yeah, I'll do a little bonus action, little swipe at it.
I think we'll say for just the sake of speed, so that we're not punching after every thing. It's because you used your Shalila, I'm gonna say it takes both hands to hold on to an empowered staff and giving its whack sort of thing, because it is your +8 damage. You're already kind of still holding it half with you've got a shield in your hand sort of thing. So I will probably say we won't be at you. Your offhand is taken up by your shield, so
okay.
Just for speeding up some combats so that we're not offhand punching everybody every fight.
Cool. I'm done then.
Awesome. Dope. Okay, so Ricky, what do you want to do?
Grab a dagger. What can I dual wield? 2 hit?
Yeah, daggers are, you can use an offhand hit for a dagger sort of thing. You just don't add your proficiency bonus to those things. So you do one normal, you'd still roll to hit with both of them. But one of them, when you roll the damage, you just take off the whatever it is, like +2 is whatever your proficiency is.
23.
23 definitely hits.
And then damage.
This is your first dagger. This is the full damage one. You could use your sneak attack here as well, since Aelith is close enough.
Oh, yeah.
So I will let you add that on now, even though it's a little bit after, just because we're all still learning. But we will try to make sure that you get that before the strike, like declare it with your strike sort of thing. But yeah, if you want to add it now, you can.
Yeah, that's a 2, 4.
Awesome. So 4 damage. You bring the dagger down and you pry some more wood off the side of the chest. Some good damage. And then you can roll your other dagger to hit. What was the to hit for that one? Did you roll to hit for both of them?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, all good.
That's a 10.
A 10 does not hit, so the second one just doesn't make purchase. And a little glancing blow off the metal just sends some sparks flying, but no damage to the chest. That takes us to the Mimic's turn, who is going to do the same thing again, except it's going to go for the bite attack against Aelith, and it's going to go for a the pseudopod hit against Ricky. So, a 17, does that hit?
Me?
Yep.
Yes. It just hits.
Just hits, okay.
My armor class is 16.
Okay, so we do 1d8. Alright, so that's 8 piercing damage plus 3 acid damage for 11 total damage.
Damn!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm down! I only have 11 health.
Damn. Aelith hits the deck. The pseudopod reaches up for its swing against Ricky. That is an 16 to hit.
Yep, it's...
And it does 4 damage.
Yep.
You're still up?
I'm kicking still.
Okay.
Still
With an
got 3
unconscious
something.
Aelith beside you, what are you doing, Ricky? This is on you now.
Is the mimic stuck in place? Like, would it be moving?
A mimic can move. They do move. They're not super fast. They're like half your speed, so they're pretty easy to get away from because they sort of like inhabit the chest and they have to sort of like bounce and use their tongue to like pedal them across sort of thing. So they're pretty slow.
So if I picked up Aleph and ran out the door, would that work? Good.
That would work. I will say, just because you're a rogue, you can use your action to disengage, because if you do leave its like combat space, it would get an attack of opportunity against you.
Yeah.
So, but you can use that. You can use your disengage as your action, as your bonus action. So you could use your action to essentially pick Aelith up, and being a rogue, you can use your bonus action to disengage. So you could then carry them out of there without taking an opportunity.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to do it that way, you could do that.
Yep.
Awesome. So without, as quick as possible, you pick up an unconscious Aelith. Very easy to do. Large dragonborn, small heron gone, scooped up very quickly. Uses the disengage to basically sneak out of the room as quick as possible, carrying small bunny companion in arms, slamming that door behind you.
Oh yeah. I don't think it's gonna fit. So yes.
Wonderful.
Trying to get to the others.
Door
maybe.
slammed. And we're gonna move camera down to here again.
Okay, princess carrying.
Little princess carry.
And my hand against my forehead and my tongue sticking out. I'm just going bleh. You're not fully convinced that I am actually passed out.
Wonderful. Where are you taking them?
Trying to get to them, the other group. We need help.
Awesome. Carrying down as far as you can. You get to the room. Are you going like into the room? So I'd say you get to like here carrying Aelith. You basically get to the frame of the door, and the sight you see is these 4 massive spiders with holding these little pieces of paper. 2 of them don't have paper anymore. You see Lucinda standing in the center of the room, quarterstaff at the ready, basically like glancing at everybody else in the room, sort of like eyes darting between everybody, looking not afraid, but like defensive, like something's wrong. And you guys then look across at Rivet, who is meticulously spit shining the base plate of a large hovering humanoid head. You guys basically see the old like fatui and Rivet's just going to town, like giving this thing a good shine. Yeah, are you entering the room upon seeing this from the door? Are you stepping back? What's the...
Just yelling, guys, help! Aelith, she's down. At least I think she's down.
I'll spin around, hearing this.
And why are you cleaning that thing?
Assess the situation. I must protect it.
Why?
I don't know.
What's your reason?
I don't know.
Driven by
You're
some
cleaning it right
primal
now.
urge.
But we gotta help Aelith right here. I think.
Bleh.
I guess I'll take a step away from the statue and cast Heal or Cure Wounds.
I'd say you'd be I'd say you're able to do that as long as they're not moving as long as they adhere to your note, you can be friendly, you can do that for them.
Okay.
Brilliant. Cast your Cure Wounds.
I
Roll that.
heal 5.
Yippee!
And now conscious
So I just pop
Aelith
on-
is in your arms. Ricky, are you putting them down?
Gently put them down, yeah.
There we go. Outside
I
the
go
door
right
or
back to
inside the
shining
door?
statue.
Just right here.
Perfect.
Right where I am.
Awesome. What are you doing?
The
Why are you
spiders
cleaning
gonna
it?
attack them like they did us?
They haven't crossed the threshold into the room yet, so none of the spiders have really moved.
Why are you cleaning this head thing?
I must.
Oh,
Why must? Are you alright?
I must. It has been told.
oh.
Been told by who? By what?
I guess I'll just I know it's a piece of paper, so it's not really gonna work, but I guess I'll just chuck it. Can I do that? Towards them?
You go to throw the piece of paper that you think you're holding still. It's not there. So you sort of throw nothing. You sort of do a gesturing motion to throw. Ricky sees this and goes for a catch. Nothing. Like throwing a dog a fake ball. It's like that whole motion of everyone thought that everything was legit, but then nothing was thrown, so there was nothing caught.
I wanted to catch that. How could you? I wanted to catch that. What
I just ignore and go back to shining.
We're talking here.
Statue.
Just shining.
We're talking here.
Anything
What about
from you,
you,
Lucinda?
Just waiting for someone to do something.
Yep. Brilliant. What are you guys doing outside the door?
Asking Lucinda what's happening.
Not sure. Just don't get any closer.
Don't get closer. To the head or the room?
The river?
To me.
Oh.
What does that mean?
It's meltdown time again.
Oh crap.
Lucinda, you go to your corner. Take some deep breaths.
Count to 10. Backwards. No.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Aleph, I don't think we should go in the room.
Okay.
So, even if it's tempting, don't go in there.
No, I agree. Not liking what's going on.
What do we do about it?
I don't know. I don't understand why Rivet feels that they have to do this. I mean, they were able to stop to come help me, but then they went right back to it.
Hello, spiders? Thingies? Do you talk?
The spiders seem to be chittering away. They don't notice you, or they don't seem to be showing any attention to you since you're not, like, anyone that's outside of the room. There's the two smaller spider. There's, like, the one big spider that's on the head that seems to be, like, kind of focused on Rivet. It's one that doesn't have a piece of paper. But it's kind of, like... It almost looks as if it's praying. And the one behind Lucinda, the large spider as well, is in very much a similar state.
Interesting.
So stay away from Lucinda.
Like, you know how when an otter begs for food sort of thing and they do their little hand thingies together and they're like... It's sort of like a very simple, like, praying, like, almost like a praying thing. They're just in reverence, almost.
What do you think, Aleph? I've got an idea, but I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. So they don't seem to be, like, hostile towards the others. I feel like maybe I'll go in
Yeah?
and try and talk to Rivet.
I was thinking I'd grab Rivet, bring her out quick. Grab her, just run back. Would that have an effect on her?
Who's trying what first? What's the process?
Well, I think I'll, cautiously, like, walk in and walk up to Rivet.
Alright. So... Are you listening to Lucinda's wishes and, like, trying to stay away from them, or are you just walking straight in?
No, yeah. I'll try and I'll do a little curve towards Ricky.
Awesome. The second you step foot into the door, the top spider that's in the corner of the room runs up to you with a bit of paper. Read to yourself.
Hey.
Are you taking the paper and reading it?
Can I ask it why?
It continually just shoves it in your face. Read.
Okay, I'll take it and read.
Alright, give me a moment, I will send you a DM. Roll me a intelligence saving throw first.
Oh, wait, is INT initiative or intelligence?
Initiative is its own little bar thing at the top of your page.
Ah, weirdo was right before. I clicked INT because I thought it was initiative, but I was doing intelligence. Okay. Intelligence saving throw, but it's fine because it was both +4. Yeah.
Okay.
So I got a 23.
Oh, thank God.
As
So
you
I'm
take
pretty
the piece of
far.
paper, you read it, and you feel something pushing into your mind, aggressively pushing into your mind.
Sorry.
But you manage to shrug it off and push it out yourself. Your own mental faculties were able to overcome it.
I do a little
You read
shake.
your little shake and shudder it down sort of thing as it was reaching up behind. It felt like a claw reaching up behind the back of your skull, reaching into your brain. And it pulls back. And you read the note, and the note says, "This head is unnatural, it makes you sick. What does it think it's doing? You should kill it." But you have no inkling to follow the note. That's just what it says.
It just says this head.
Yep, it just says...
I don't know
it
what
says,
that's
"This
really
head is
referring to."
unnatural, it makes you sick. What does it think it's doing? Kill the head."
Have you, like, just because it was like a little while ago when you described this room, is there like a head in the room? Or do I not
There
know
is a
what it
large
is?
floating head of a humanoid head
I'm polishing
that
it.
Rivet is currently polishing to a
Right, okay.
perfect shine. Brilliant. As you get a little bit closer to Rivet, since you've you push past this spider, you've read your note, and you move a bit closer to Rivet. Rivet, are you doing anything?
I guess I hear her coming closer, and I do the turn around and guard thing again.
You now have a small kobold, arms outstretched behind it, basically backwards hugging the base of this head in a defensive stance.
This funny.
Are you still approaching?
I'll be like, Rivet, what's wrong? What's going on?
The head, I must protect it. Get away.
It's okay, nothing's gonna happen to the head.
You cannot touch. Get away.
What's so special about it?
It's a head.
Who told you you need to protect it?
The spiders?
You would not be sure. You would not be sure what told you.
Okay,
You
I
just
was
have-
like,
you just
that's
have
why
a
I said it
feel-
with a
you
question
just-
mark.
You just have the. It's like the charmed status essentially. Like this thing is like, you hold this thing in high reverence, sort of thing. Like you yeah, like your little note says, sort of thing. So yeah, you wouldn't exactly know what told you to do it. It's just a feeling you have that this thing is special, and whatnot.
Rivet, I think the spiders told you to protect it, but you don't have to.
I do have to.
What will happen if you don't protect it?
I must protect it.
Can I, just from where I am, just call out to Lucinda?
Of course.
Lucinda, what's going on?
Not another step.
I didn't make a first one, it's okay. What's wrong? Did the spiders give you a piece of paper too?
You would know that. You could answer
Your
that.
business.
What did they say? If you said something, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I talked over you a little bit, weirdo.
I said, I don't think that's any of your business.
Oh. Well, it's hard to tell if this is paper-possessed Lucinda or normal Lucinda. Ricky?
What's happening in there?
Well, when I came in, these little critters handed me a piece of paper, and it told me to kill the head, and Rivet is currently polishing and protecting the head, and Lucinda is
no, do not kill the head.
I won't, I promise. It seems to have persuaded them, but it didn't persuade me.
Yeah.
You're very aware that this was a magical effect, sort of thing. Like, you can convey that exactly what you felt, sort of thing. Like, all of those were very, like, apparent feelings to you. So it's like, you can straight up be like, this was for certain a
They were
pretty
hexed
strong,
or
like,
something.
yeah, you can be pretty certain in that.
No.
Sorry.
What was on their papers? Can you ask them?
Are they paper? Are they holding the papers, or are they hanging around?
The paper that you got handed, you still have, but
Yeah.
the spider is still holding one. There's still one spider holding a single piece of paper. Other than that, not a single piece of paper can be seen in the room.
I'm not sure what their paper said.
Can I tell them what the paper said?
No. It became.
And I tried asking them.
This is just to you. Like, this is like over the table. It became. It essentially like became the message sort of thing that I sent to you, sort of thing. Like, so you don't. The piece of paper basically is where like the cutoff point of your memory is, sort of thing. Like, you don't remember what was written on it. You remember getting handed the piece of paper. And then that's kind of it. Now you know what you've got to do. Like, you know what you've got to do now. You've.
I tried asking them some questions, but they didn't answer. I think you'll be okay to come in as long as you don't take the paper from the spiders. I took it, but the magic wasn't strong enough on me. But I don't know if it'll be strong enough on you. So I think if you can come in and avoid and just not take the paper, I think you'll be okay.
I think they're gonna just see me instantly with that. That's why I've been staying over here.
Yeah, but I
As soon
think
as you
because they
crossed over, it was
ask
just
you to
in.
take it, they don't like. I think you can refuse and just I don't think that they'll. I think that you have
What
to
if they will attack?
willingly take the paper for it to work. So
I'm worried they will attack.
Well, we gotta help our friends somehow.
Yeah.
We might have to take that risk. They haven't attacked me.
I'll just take a step in.
Awesome.
Slow step in. I trust you.
A
You got this.
slow, eerie step into the room, and the spider across the room darts forward, trying to force the piece of paper into your hand/face.
Read to yourself. Quiet. Here, read.
I'm gonna say no. I will
You
not
sort
read
of keep
this.
palming. You just keep palming it away. It's gonna kind of keep insist. It's like a kid that wants to see what games you have on your phone. It's gonna hover, but like it's not like actively like
Ain't
gonna
nothing
like
there.
force you to like read it or anything. Like it's not doing anything like that. But it's not. But it is like
Maybe
hovering, and it's like if you
Seems
look to
fine.
the side, it'll be like read. It is gonna
maybe
keep
touch your
asking.
torch to the paper. Just fucking light it on fire.
Can I just grab it and throw it away? Or will...
I wouldn't do that.
Worried. I'm not gonna grab it. I'm not gonna touch it.
No, I think touch your torch to it. Try and like,
Light it on
set it on
fire.
fire.
I
That
do
what you're
that,
doing?
yeah?
Brilliant. The little piece of paper combusts. It's gone. The spider withdraws. And as you notice this, basically all of the spiders kind of withdraw now that none of them really have, but they're still in their like kind of praying position, but they've kind of like retreated up the wall a little bit, just sort of just watching and in their little reverence state essentially.
Oh, I seem fine, Alif.
Okay, good thinking.
Yes.
Now we've got to figure out how to break Rivet and Lucinda out of the spell.
So would I be able to see their paper on them?
No,
Nope.
the paper's gone. I looked for it.
Okay,
Can't
that's
find it.
gone. What do you think, Alif?
I don't know. Lucinda doesn't want us anywhere near her, and Rivet doesn't want us anywhere near the head, but is okay with talking with us.
What happens if I do walk up to Lucinda then? Should I
I
give
don't
it
know.
a
You can try.
slowly walk over there?
What's your reaction, Lucinda?
You said I have my quarterstaff in my hand?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a swing with that.
Awesome.
Okay.
Roll to
Not
hit.
awesome.
Not awesome at all.
In kind of like a panicked fashion a little bit, you swung a bit early, and Ricky, you do feel the wind off of it, but it has missed, gliding past your face.
Good. She seems hostile.
Oh yeah. Does it seem beyond
That's a-
normal Lucinda hostileness?
Yes. Just
Oh,
attack
crap.
randomly. And misses! No, she would have hit me.
It's like her subconscious is trying to fight it.
Yes, yeah. Trying to avoid me.
Well, maybe I'll go up to one of the spiders,
Yeah.
and ask them, why are you giving us notes to read?
Anytime you move closer to one of the spiders, you specifically, it actively just backs away. Any approach you make, it makes in kind in the opposite direction. You seem to essentially repel these spiders at this point.
Does that happen if you try, Ricky?
Walk up to the closest one to me, I guess. Like a one above me.
It doesn't. It does also seem to do the same, but just not as immediately. But it does seem to back. Like your approach does the same. Very very similar reaction. It's very very similar. Not different enough to like invoke much suspicion.
Nothing strange. Well, it is strange, but nothing.
I don't
They
know.
don't
Last
like-
time, Rivet came away from polishing the head to help heal me, so they're not completely under the control. So I don't know. That's something to consider if we want to try to get them away from it. We could, I don't know, bang your head against a wall or something. I don't know. I don't know. We could just try fighting the spiders.
We'll try and kill the head. Whispering to you.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really want to fight Rivet, so I feel like we should try the spiders first. I feel like if we...
I don't know about the spiders.
Well, the note
We're
from the
looking
spiders
worse
told me
now.
to try and kill the head. So they wanted
Yeah.
me to do that. If I do that, I'm just doing what they wanted anyway, which I don't think is a good idea.
Yeah, true. What if what?
So I feel like we should try and attack the spiders.
Is that a
I don't
good
feel like we
idea?
have many other options.
2 on 4?
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about.
Can we have some over-the-table knowledge on the spider creature in D&D? Like, how much of a strong creature that is?
You know that the bigger ones are giant spiders. So your knowledge of giant spiders would be... Let me pull up there.
If I searched up on the monsters thing, is that the right thing?
Probably not. So, like, you
Oh.
kind of know you know they're tough. You know that these are things that take out newbie adventurers kind of on the regular. There is often a dungeon that has had a giant spider in it that has taken out an adventurer. It's not an uncommon story to have heard of. So you're pretty aware that this thing is probably going to be stronger than you 1-on-1. 2-on-1,
Right.
maybe a chance. So
On the-
that's where your current
Well,
mental
so-
thing is.
Okay, so one spider is stronger than us. Than one of us.
One spider is definitely stronger than you. One spider will probably fall to the two of you. The smaller spiders,
Okay, gosh.
you know, these are still a giant spider, but these are a giant wolf spider.
Oh,
These are more
okay.
common. These are more common, like in towns and stuff like that. They have, you'll see them out of dungeons and stuff like this. There doesn't need to be much. They are significantly smaller, but compared to a normal wolf spider, they are a giant of their variety. So they can be like these. You know that you've killed these easy. Like like these are things that you've found in the forests around town. Like these have been found in town. All of you have killed one of these without much second thought, really. Like it was a
right.
It was one of those things where it's like you had to like think about it, but 1-on-1, easy peasy. You've got this. Like,
If I wild shape into a spider, am I able to like communicate with them?
yes.
Thought we could already.
Because I can wild shape into a giant wolf spider. I don't know if that would be helpful though.
You would have more language in common. They have muttered words of common to you, but it doesn't seem to be something like, it's not like you could have a full conversation with them, sort of thing. It's things that they may like. Again, it's like you understand the magic from this note thing that's saying, like you may think that the spiders have been taken control of in this regard, sort of thing. Like you don't know whether the notes might be controlling the spiders. That magic was powerful and affected the minds, sort of thing. So those words could be coming from essentially the spell, like, you know what I mean, like forcing a will upon a creature. It's sort of so yeah. That's about all I can give you above table for this knowledge. Like that's everything that you'd kind of know.
Cool. And did you say that Lucinda can't tell me what task they were given?
No, they don't know what's
Rivet did?
on the note.
But like
sort of
Rivet was
thing.
able to say like I have to polish the head. Was Lucinda able to kind of say
I
the
don't
same
think they
thing?
said
Or?
that they have. I think they just said that they're looking. I don't know exactly what they said, but they didn't. They know what they've
They have
got.
to protect the head, is what I said.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, protect the head. Yeah.
They know what they're doing, but they might not know why. They don't know that. Basically, their mental cutoff point was the note, and like you can probably surmise that with the same thing, that you didn't get affected by reading the note. So it's like, okay, these guys probably read the note, so the note has affected. That's
Yeah.
just your logic there. So it's like
But
the
can
note.
I?
You can't
Can I
magically
get
know what was on
Lucinda
that
to
note.
No, but Rivet was saying like what they have to do. Can Lucinda say what they have to do?
They can say what they're doing. Rivet's
okay.
chosen to make that. Like Rivet is saying what they have to do in character, essentially. So it's like that's their choice that they've made.
Can I ask Lucinda, what are you doing?
No response.
Oh! Can we, Ricky, if you want to help me, do we want to just try and, like, it seems like the spiders back up when we move towards them. Do we want to try and just, like, run them out of the room?
Yeah. Try and
Like, if we just
push
chase
them out
them
somehow?
around? Can we start trying to chase the spiders out of the room?
After a small, like, push and shove of, like, you running closer to them, they'd scuttle up the walls. They basically all descend up into the darkness of the room, out of sight, onto the roof. Basically kind of out of sight, you know, maybe little cracks or something. They didn't want a part of it. They're still in the room, but they're like, they're not really, you can't shepherd them out because they can crawl up the wall and they're just going to stay out of your reach.
Yeah. It kind of feels like their only task is to hand out notes. Like, they're not really having a problem with anything that we're doing.
Yeah. They don't touch us, we don't touch them, that type of stuff.
We could try to steal the head off Rivet, or if it's too big, just move
It is
Rivet off
massive.
The head.
It is massive.
Huge, bigger than me.
We could try to pull Rivet away from the head.
Try and grab Rivet and bring her out of the room.
Yeah, or at least just like into the middle of the room.
Do that. Just grab Rivet and just chuck her out the door. See if the boundary of the door.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Can we try and do that if we work together? Can we both
Sure.
grab an arm and try?
Rivet, you do whatever you want to do to oppose or something like that. You're in your full rights to do whatever you. The further if you're letting it happen or anything like that, if you kind of like let them like touch you sort of thing, but then it's like depending on what you're like, because you're in control of what you read from that note essentially, but I will let you know something depending on what you choose. So it's like, what are you doing in this situation? They're coming towards you, attempting to pick up, sort of thing.
Thinking.
But you don't know what we're about to do yet.
They're just coming towards me and not trying to like get at the head. I'll just let them do it.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So you guys pick up Rivet. Are you moving them away or just immediately going for the toss?
Toss to the door.
Oh, okay.
Who's doing the pickup? Who's doing the pickup at this point? Currently, Aelith's closer.
Well, I thought that we'd both stick behind and each grab like an arm and pick them up and pull them away.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do.
With them.
Grapple type of thing. Walk her to the door.
Yeah, I figured we'd walk them and try and place them outside the room, outside the door.
Some.
But keep a hold on them when we place them back down.
Yeah. See if they come back.
Every step away that you get, Rivet, the feelings of your note become greater to the point where the door frame seems like an unobtainable, like that's too far. Going that far would be too far away. You know what you feel. And it's getting stronger as you get further away from, as you get pulled further away. And the door would be your limit. That would break you to get that far. What are you doing?
I start flailing.
Oh.
Run faster. We're gonna run faster.
It's okay, Riven, it's okay!
Quick. It's alright. You can clean the head later. Okay.
You are now like at the precipice of the door. Are you getting any like other than flailing? Like what is that the most?
Try to break away.
Okay, strength check, opposed strength check, and I'm gonna give you advantage on this one. You guys don't know how, but Rivet is fighting like this. You feel like this could be causing them pain. They're fighting so hard against you.
How do I do the opposed strength check?
So you guys would do. So both of you would roll. Basically so you'd roll a athletics.
Who's you? You say you?
Rivet, and then Aelith.
Athletics.
Yeah, I think it's athletics. I think to break, and then and you guys would be using strength to hold on to them.
Oh crap!
Essentially, so you guys can both roll a strength check. You get advantage on this Rivet, so may as well roll again in case you get a 20. There's always a chance
Strength
of
check
getting
is
better.
the one up the top.
Both of us.
Nat
One
20.
18. Ah!
Nat 20.
You guys get to the
Eight.
threshold of the door, and through just the sheer force of pulling and wiggling, Rivet breaks free and sprints back towards the head, clutching it. Almost hurt that you guys did this to them. Like they're clutching the base of this head, and they're basically looking back at you, hurt by what you've done.
No.
Like what you've made them feel. Yeah, you don't know exactly what you did make them feel.
Rivet, we're trying to help you.
Why would you
What are
feel
you
that
doing,
way?
Rivet?
I'm ignoring them and clutching onto the head.
Oh,
Well, that was a reaction, Ayla. What do we
Yeah.
do about that?
maybe we try and touch the head and see
Just poke.
what happens. Yeah, we haven't touched it yet.
Yeah.
Or do you have any long range weapons?
Are we
Could
trying
you
to
throw
stab
a
it then?
dagger at it? I don't know. Like we could go up and touch it, but then there's the risk of us touching it. Like something could happen to us, or you could throw something at it.
I'd say you're the smarter one, so you don't touch it.
But you could throw like a coin at it and see if they react, and then we can
Coin.
try something else.
Yeah? Or how it reacts to flames, maybe?
Candy coin.
What does it look like it's made out of? The head?
Head. It's
Okay.
a giant humanoid head that is
Okay.
floating above the ground, seemingly until you get close enough to it, in which you can then see the tubes and pipes underneath it. So probably Aelith, you would be able to see the tubes and pipes connecting it to the little furnace underneath. Ricky, you probably can't see that from this distance, but it is
I'd probably
essentially
say-
floating there, with the brass casing cupping where the neck would extend down past.
I would say for the first try, do something that wouldn't harm it. So just toss a coin at it,
Yeah.
because they might have a different reaction if we harm it.
Throwing a coin?
Are you tossing a coin or am I?
You toss a coin. Just I don't know. Like it could be one of the candy coins, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I do believe only Lucinda and Ricky have candy coins. I don't think anybody
Yeah.
else grabbed any.
Reach into Ricky's pocket.
Awesome.
Can we do?
Throw the coin.
Can we?
And
Yeah.
are you doing anything, Rivet, from a coin throw?
Oh, sorry, Rivet's
Yeah.
pocket. Yeah.
Well, when the coin hits, I'm gonna hiss and hug tighter.
I feel so bad.
But does the head react?
No change.
Hmm.
I don't know. Mine told me to try and kill the head, so I definitely don't want to do that.
So what if that's...
It's like they were trying to make us fight because they told Rivet to protect it, me to try and kill it. They want us to fight.
Ah.
They've
I have no clue
told
what mine was going to
Lucinda. Yeah, they've told Lucinda something that made them very hostile to us and not want us to get near them. So kind of like they want to fight too.
be. Yeah.
But I don't know what else to try, so maybe we should try going up to Lucinda, even though they say not to.
I mean, we did. We tried.
Yeah, Ricky did that and
So you tried to attack
send us.
but completely
Yeah, I
missed.
tried to
Oh,
attack
yeah,
him.
true.
Just gonna.
True.
These guys basically
Oh.
all hid. This is
yeah.
just from before. These guys are just out of the room at this point. These guys aren't. They're not coming down from the roof. They're hidden in their little corners. You guys annoyed them enough
they're not-
that they just left.
They're not coming back down as we
No.
moved away from the. Okay,
No,
cool.
after the jostling of backwards and forwards, they decided it's just easier to stay on the roof.
And so even if we look through their pockets and stuff, the paper is gone that they were given.
Paper's gone.
Paper's gone.
You can obviously attempt that's so far you know that the paper's gone. Are you attempting to look through their pockets?
No, that's all right. Can I run a perception on the head?
Absolutely.
What if doing the paper lets you free? But
It's a
protecting the
14.
head...
14. As you get down closer, you notice all these pipes and intricate windings coming up from this small furnace underneath the head. The pipes don't seem like they'd be strong enough to hold it aloft, so it is definitely floating there through some magical means. As you get down closer, though, it starts the gibberish that it's been speaking the whole time starts getting a little bit louder. Potato, spelling, Casper,
Oh, I forgot it was speaking gibberish.
Mumford, and
Sons.
a couple more pieces of paper spill out. 2 more to be specific. The spiders look like they look like they want to run down and grab them, sort of thing, but they obviously they're like hesitant. They're in that that you can see them they're reaching out for it, but they're like, I don't want to go near those guys. So they're but these 2 pieces of papers have been spat out, sort of thing, by the machine in general. It's like it comes out of it did come out of the head.
I'm like,
Do you
if I
want to read
look, if
these?
I try and... That's the thing, I'm like, if I try and read it without touching it, I'm like, is it the touch that curses you or the reading it that curses you? But it's like the creatures were trying to give them, pass them onto our hands. They could have, just held them up and then we would have instinctually read them and it would have worked. So I feel like if I don't touch it, by that logic, I might be okay. So one of us can try and read them just from standing above them.
I think I should do it. You've got one already. You have more knowledge than me on it.
Okay.
So I might have to.
What are you
I will
gonna
not
try?
touch the paper and try and read it.
All right. They were a bit scattered on the ground. You use a dagger or whatever to sort of poke them over. As you start reading one, Ricky, I'm gonna need you to roll me a DC 20 intelligence saving throw.
Oh man, but what about my logic?
Dang it.
It was wrong. Contact was not the thing.
See, if I was a spider, I would have held them up because we would have just walked by. Oh, what does it say? Read it.
What was that again?
Hey, I gave you a chance and you still read it.
I would be a great spider.
You might have been a great spider. These guys were bad spiders and you still fell for it.
What was it again?
Intelligence saving throw. So far left, there's a box that says saving throws. Look for the INT one and click that one.
19.
Sadly,
Nice.
Ricky, you do not get it.
Oh, what?
And
Dang.
I'm gonna message you something. So
Good luck.
you guys
Taylor.
entertain.
What
It's
did
up
he
to you.
need to get?
DC 20 is the roll.
Oh.
It's a big one. It's hard. It's a strong spell. It's a
Good luck,
very
Taylor.
strong
Oh, I got
spell.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were close. You were
very
so
close.
close.
Very close. Okie dokie. Entertain chat for a minute.
Chat, I'm freaking fed up at the moment. Does chat have any ideas? Come on, give us ideas.
You and me both.
No
I'm out of
metagaming.
ideas.
You stay out
Give
of
us
the
ideas,
metagames.
chat. Tell us.
I have
Is anybody
ideas,
got
I
any
just don't
bug
want to
spray?
Bug spray.
I know. I'm still thinking about this.
The bugs are gone though.
Yeah.
Anyone want to mention how that's an average spider in Australia?
No. No one does.
Average weekend.
Just average.
I'm
you know.
wondering if the rivet polishing the head is just their little flavor on them protecting it, or if it is an actual part of it. Because I was like, oh, throw some dirt on the head, but maybe that's just their little flavoring. I don't know.
I don't think you can
Wanting
answer
to read
that.
one of these.
No, I'm sure they
Yeah,
can't.
I'm not. Yeah.
I'm just thinking out loud to Ricky.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's worth a
Before
try.
I
We
do.
could just shut
Before I
down.
I'm surprised.
It's all up to you.
Nothing's been tried with me, but at the same time, it makes sense because
No, Ricky tried with you and you fucking clocked him.
Yeah.
I
to.
missed though, and that was the only thing you tried.
Well, I don't know. I tried talking to you. I tried asking you questions. The only thing I feel like I haven't
Mine
tried is...
might work.
Huh? What'd you say?
I've got something in mind that might work, but
But can you say it, though?
no.
Oh. I wish that I had my Charm Person spell, but I used all my spell slots. No. Not that I know that would work, but I'm like, it's at least like a countering.
You do
Kinda
mean
mind
like
control.
there is persuasion, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Prophet hasn't mentioned like trying to persuade you guys out of it, so I didn't really think of it.
Would be worth a
It
shot.
is magical,
exactly
so
sure.
there's not really a persuasion that's going to get you out of. It's like a charm person sort of thing. It's a magical hold. If anything, it's like more like a dispel magic is more likely going to work than you can't persuade someone out of magic sort of thing. You know, you can't just be charismatic enough that it's like, hey, how about. It'd be like a fireball hitting you, and it's like, how about don't damage Mr. Fireball? And it's like, okay. And the fire burns around you. So you just can't, like, you can't really, like, reason with magic. You can, like, try to reason with them within the realms of what that magic has done to them. Like you said, like, you don't know what Rivet's exact motivations are, like you said. You just assume that they're looking after this thing, polishing it. You don't know what you're still working on approximations with that sort of stuff, so you can definitely ID those things better, but short of that, like, you can't really, like, there's no reasoning with a magical effect. It's not sentient.
Okay.
So, I will say that being close enough to this all happening, Aelith, you do notice that Ricky's demeanor has changed. Ricky, we'll take it straight to you. What are you doing? What are you saying? What are you doing?
I'm running towards his head. Kill, kill, kill.
Oh god, they gave him my
Kill,
paper!
kill, kill.
Ricky
Can
gets
I try and
Yeah.
restrain Ricky?
Give it a jab.
We'll say this is all happening really quick. So Ricky starts running.
Oh,
I'll say Rivet will probably have the next action, because they basically have Bob's like come up from reading paper and is basically being like kill, 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 and started running towards the head. So I think Rivet would be the first one to, because of their effect. So I'll go Rivet. What's your click on this? What are you immediately doing?
As soon as Ricky gets close, I'm gonna shove him away. I know it's probably not gonna do much because I'm tiny, but
All right, I'll just say, give me a strength check, and it's just going to be a high DC just to like sort of move him. You know, whether it's opposed, we'll see how high you roll.
Or
Just a check. I think just a check. We'll go strength check for right now.
18.
Ricky, would you be contesting this in your brain, or are you just what's your mental part? You've felt impact. I'll say it's enough to move you. You are against a wall essentially, so there's not really much place for you to move. Like, I suppose they could kind of try to push you out diagonally, but that's depending on how much you want to contest their push.
I'm pushing. I want to push.
Awesome.
I'm just going
All right.
to this head.
I'll say you go to strength check back. If you can beat their 18, you can push past them.
Nat 20. 21.
Woo!
Nat 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
Hey, that's not a good thing.
you base Rivet jumps, latches onto the midsection. You see Ricky start moving, and Ricky just does the football move of like pushing them down from the top, and Rivet basically just like slides down them like a fireman pole and just into the ground. It just like pushes them down to the ground, just like no. And now. So, Rivet, you are now classed as prone, so it'll take you a bit of your movement to get up, but you are now on the floor, essentially. Aelith, I will give you a chance to use get a reaction in before Ricky gets the actual attacks on the head, but they're, like, actively in that movement sort of thing. So, yeah, you can go for, if you want to go for a grapple or something, or, like, whatever you want, I'll let you know if it's, like, within those realms.
Okay. Did you say that under the head was a furnace?
Yeah, a small, it seems like a small, like, furnace-like device. It seems to have a small heating part, and then there's, like, a chamber-ish thing on top that seems to be doing some of the workings of some kind. Like it's hard to identify exactly what it's doing, but there is an active heating spot, an actively, a spot of the, that's actively doing something, and it's pumping a bit of smoke into the area, and then, like pumping into these pipes. So you know that the furnace is heating like something or whatever. And then that something is you're a druid. You're not. These machines are a bit far out of your wheelhouse for like dungeon mechanics. Essentially, these are like cobbled together things. So you're not exactly like this. This is like a bit out of your wheelhouse sort of thing. But that's kind of what you're gauging is heaty thing, dewy thing going into, like, whatever the thing is doing, it's going into the pipes, and then it's then the head. Like that's basically what you get.
Can I grab my canteen from my bag and open it and throw water on the heating part to put it out, like on the fire?
Yes, you can.
I do that.
Sure. Yeah, go for it. Are you like just dousing this thing, like just pouring out all your water, just dousing it?
As much as I need to put it out.
You use most of the water in your canteen out of its like sort of day and a half, 2 days. It's like 2.5 days supply. You're using like a day and a half worth of water. It's hotter than you thought. Trying to put it immediately starts sizzling and bubbling. There's not even a roll for this. Just roll me a d20. Just roll me a d20, and we're gonna see what happens.
So close to a nat 20, it's literally on the edge. But it wasn't.
Yeah,
it was a
you get the water out. You get the fire, like the furnace out. You notice that the whirring is starting to slow down. The gibberish is slowing down.
What?
It's just getting, you don't notice anything immediately from your friends, but the head starts almost decaying, as if the furnace might have been keeping it alive. Like keeping the like whatever flowing through it that was keeping it, healthy and looking humanoid sort of thing. So it starts like actively decaying.
What?
You don't think there's anything much more that you can do to the furnace, but you've dealt a serious blow to this thing. It's basically actively dying.
Okay.
I'll say, Ricky, you can now get your attack off because they didn't actively try to stop you. So go ahead and roll whatever you want for your attack, and then we'll go to Rivet, who will notice what's happening.
Get on a rapier.
Or we'll probably go to Lucinda to see if they do anything. They've been standing there for a while. We'll see. We'll see what's happening.
Rapier.
Sure.
Oh.
Yeah, go with whatever you want.
7 to hit.
A 7 does hit.
Yeah.
It is an inanimate flying head. There is not much there. You do manage to poke it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, roll damage.
A 5.
Brilliant. You get a nice little skewer through its cheek, and you notice some damage. You sort of just like cut a little bit away as the blade whips back out. Awesome. Ricky, what are you doing in this moment? You've seen now an attack against it, and
You mean Rivet?
yeah, Rivet, sorry. And Lucinda, are you doing anything in this moment? Actively seeing the head start decaying and stuff like that? Are you making any movements?
Well, I still have to get up from the floor, so I'm gonna get up from the floor, I guess, and start like screaming, no! Like hugging.
No, I'm sorry, Rivet.
Lucinda, anything from you?
I don't do anything, but you do notice I look a lot more concerned and even afraid.
Awesome. Next
I turn
round, we'll
towards,
go the same
Ricky.
round again. So you're getting up Rivet, screaming out in... Are you doing anything with that? Are you guys all... I'm assuming Ricky's going again for another attack, right? What are you thinking, Ricky? What are you doing? And Aelith, are you thinking anything? You guys are basically all acting on the same turn.
I want to like start backing up because I feel like I've just done something big.
Awesome.
I'm still attacking.
Brilliant. You doing anything in response to these, Rivet? You've stood up, cried out.
Yeah, I'm gonna, like, punch Ricky, but, like, kind of futilely, I feel like. Because I'm just gonna be so distraught, I'm not gonna have any power behind me.
Also, so just not, are you not wanting to roll damage? You're just going for just emotional damage?
Yeah, I'm just going for, like, emotional damage.
So roll me a d6 to see how much emotional damage Ricky's about to take. as you see a small crying kobold start doing the like closed fist.
No, what have you done?
No.
Maximum pain in Ricky's heart right now, but Ricky takes their next attack.
No,
I think that's Bob damage,
Ricky.
actually. That's Bob's emotional damage. Ricky doesn't feel it at this moment. That's just for Bob. Roll that attack, Bob.
A 9.
Hits.
A 9 damage.
Another good chunk of damage as you hit you notice you might have hit some eye socket or something with that stab as the one of the eyes seems to like sort of roll backwards a little bit. You're doing some serious damage to this thing. It's looking pretty messed up. The withering of its body is setting in more and more every moment, and it is not looking good.
Kill.
I'm just gonna leave it down to you and Rivet and Ricky right now. What do you any backwards and are you just still Rivet?
How could you?
Kill.
Roll that next attack, Ricky.
No.
If there's no efforts to stop you.
11.
Hits.
5 damage.
It is looking real messed up as Lucinda backs towards the wall. It's looking like on death's door, this thing. It's not looking good. It's another good slash across its face. Ricky's going to town on this thing.
Kill.
Still just... Maybe I'm gonna collapse into a sobbing mess on the floor.
Oh no.
Absolutely distraught, sobbing on the floor, clutching onto Ricky's ankle. You see a small kobold. Take that next attack if you're doing so, Ricky.
13.
Definitely hits.
3 damage.
That's all it needed.
Nice.
With one last stab with the rapier, you pierce in straight into like under its jaw, and you feel the blade sort of just weevil its way past a few bones and stuff, and finds purchase right into the brain of this thing. It was a good plunge. The eyes gloss over. The decay fully sets in, and you pull your blade out, and in that moment, a piece of paper forms in front of your eyes and then dissipates into a small flash of light for each Rivet, Ricky, and Lucinda. You forget your feelings, but retain your memories. You lose that immediate feeling, but you remember everything. You remember how much things hurt. So especially for you, Rivet, you remember how much it hurt, but you don't really remember why it hurt. But you're still, like, it's like waking up from a dream and you're crying. So you're not sure why, but you're bawling and you hurt in your heart. Ricky, same thing. You're not sure why, but there was a rage in your heart for this head, and though it's quelling now, you're not sure of it. And Lucinda, there's now a small piece of your brain that will always question the other, not Aelith. It doesn't. You don't seem to feel it towards Aelith, but there is a small fleck of untrusting to the other two people of your party, including yourself. Oh, actually, including yourself. You feel like there's a small fleck of you that can't trust yourself, or the other, or Ricky or Rivet. But Aelith, you look at Aelith, and nothing seems to have changed from walking into the dungeon or anything like that. No feelings have changed. But every time you look at Rivet or Ricky. Ricky or Rivet.
There's our couple name.
Yeah, you basically look at those two, and there's just this tiny little slither in the back of your brain that just goes, hashtag Ricket. Not enough for you to, like, question anything, but it's like in a moment of, it's there. But you guys basically, What are you guys doing with these new feelings? Aelith, doing anything?
I don't know what to do.
I was just gonna say, calm down a little and stop crying as much. Kind of pick myself up off the floor.
Awesome. You guys dust yourselves off, collect yourselves, regroup, and we will be right back. And we are back. We have just completed our little puzzle room here. You guys have just gotten over your emotional turmoils of right now. Ricky and Aelith would have told you guys about what's in the rest of the rooms. You guys would be welcome to do a short rest now if you wanted to take a short moment before heading into the other rooms. You will have, because you've done your long rests, I don't think you've done a short rest between Tommy's and here. So on your long rest, you get back all of your hit dice. So when you do your short rest, you can roll, if it says that there's one already spent, technically you would have gotten that back because you guys haven't done a short rest yet. So if you guys want to, you guys can, if you as a group, if you decide you're just hanging out here for half an hour essentially in game, you guys can roll your hit dice, grab your spells back that are short rest stuff. So do your short rest. Remember not to select the reset maximum HP changes. So don't get rid of that. If you do have temporary hit points though, from Aelith's spell, they are gone now. It has been too long and the totem is still in the other room, but also vanished. So,
what are the two tick boxes that are inside the short rest thing?
Inside short rest, you have reset maximum HP changes during this reset. So that's where we rolled your HP. And remember last time you did a rest?
Yeah, sorry. I mean, under Druid, I've then got two tick boxes, and if I click on them,
that's how many hit dice that you want to use for this rest. So that's how much healing you get back.
So what's the difference between doing 1 and 2? Because I either get 2d8 plus 4 or 1d8 plus 2. What's the difference between them?
What do you mean?
Like, can I just choose to do the twice as much?
Yeah, you just choose both. You just take both. You use both of them. And you do 2d8 plus 4, and then you use both your hit dice. That means if you do another short rest though, you don't have any more hit dice, so you can't do a short rest heal until you do another long rest. That makes
Cool.
sense?
And so, yeah.
I am back to full health. But the emotional damage really got me.
Spell slots will be on a long rest, so you don't get your spell slots back. It'll give you back everything that you should get back. So any of your abilities and stuff, like your wild shape, should come back. But it should do everything automatically. You guys probably don't have enough time. You'll be taking your long rest probably at the end of this session. You guys will do your long rest in like your downtime.
That didn't work for me. I'm still on 3.
You have to actually press the
Take
dice
short
rolling
rest
button.
Wait, what?
No, you have to press the dice rolling button.
So when you do
tick the little
thing
tick boxes. Not the tick boxes, just the other boxes.
in that picture you send, the two
Send a screenshot.
little check boxes below where it says rogue. If you want to use both your hit dice, you use both of those, and then you say take short rest. You may actually like have to. You may actually have to.
I think you have to like click the dice button for it to roll.
Yeah.
Like you click on that box and it'll come up with 1d8 plus this, and then if you click on both, it's 2d8 plus this, whatever. And click on that, and then click on take short rest.
Ricky.
Because I've already done it.
So yeah,
I'll show
you click the little check boxes, and then the little box that pops up that says 2d8 minus 2. Click that.
Is that coming up when you click the boxes?
No.
Maybe because you already clicked take short rest. It thinks he's used them up.
Refresh the page, just like refresh the web page. Technical difficulties. All right. So you've refreshed the page.
Yeah.
Click short rest.
Yeah. They're both ticked.
And did they bring up the?
They were already ticked.
Yeah, his has already said that it's
So-
taken.
Probably manually roll 2d8s.
So you'll,
and then
yeah,
add
you'll just have to do
4.
it Yeah, just do it. Yeah, just do it manually. So roll 2d8s, and then take away. Well, his is different. So his is 2d8.
Sorry.
His is 2d8. His is 2d8
Take
minus 2.
Minus 1?
2d8
Well, you're
minus
doing
2.
2 of them.
Unless
so it's
unless you
times
only
2.
want to use one of your hit dice. I think everybody else has used 2. Correct?
Yep.
So that's 4, okay.
Okay, so 2d8 minus 2.
So he got 4 health back.
Brilliant. Add that 4 health to your
Yep.
current HP. So just do if you click on it or something, you should be able to or the little box beside it, do heal.
Yeah.
Awesome. Have a fantastic night, AC.
That's right, if you used one, Weirdo. It's up to you.
Good night, AC.
Night, AC.
Did you use both your hit dice, Ricky, or did you only use one?
Both of them, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Weirdo just used one.
Yeah. That's all good. That's all good. Awesome. Brilliant. You guys are all healed up. All right. You guys conveying what you saw in the other room to the other 2 people in the party.
Oh, yeah, there's a fucking mimic over there.
Well, you guys went to both the other rooms, so you could explain. You guys can sort of explain both of them if you want, or I can give them a brief synopsis.
The room closest to us is a guy that wants to be entertained. Some weird eyeball guy. In the furthest room down the hallway, a mimic. We were thinking loot, but nope. That's mine.
What's the party doing?
I vote mimic.
1 vote mimic.
Mimic.
1 vote entertainment.
Mimic.
I'll
room.
say mimic. I know. Rivet was excited to see a mimic.
Is that 3 votes for the mimic then? The party exits the room. You accidentally pick up the spider. Alright, you have a new party member. Bonk, bonk, bonk. To the mimic room.
His name is Fluffy.
You guys open the door. Everything seems to be back where it was when you first opened the door. Chest is in the center of the room. Looking a bit more beat up than last time you were in here. Obviously, when you first opened the door last time. Looking more beat up than then.
Oh, okay.
Not so much when you left the room.
Okay.
Sorry, that wasn't clear.
That's all good.
Are you all rushing
gonna
in?
be cautious. I'm gonna be cautious of this one. I'm gonna like stick along the back wall because it knocked me out last time, so I'm a bit scared of it.
All right, heading in.
Yeah, I'll head in.
Brilliant. Are we heading towards this thing? Are we all teetering around the edge?
Hang back against the wall.
All right.
Yeah. Maybe we go behind it and attack.
It doesn't immediately react. You guys are just edging around the back of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
No, not yet, Lucinda.
Hey, if you want to attack, you can attack. You can rush it. Unless they're stopping you.
Do it now.
Hold still. Oh gosh.
Lucinda darts forward, and everyone will roll initiative.
Dang.
Interesting.
21.
We could have walked past it.
Ugh.
16.
20. Whoa.
Sorry, wait. Aelith?
16.
Ricky?
20.
Wee. Rivet?
21.
And Lucinda.
Well,
Well, you're all beat it in initiative, so you're all fine. Wait, what did you get again, Aelith?
16.
Yours didn't change for some reason. It's still on 20. Alright, so Lucinda will get their surprise attack off first, rushing forward with their cat's claws. Go ahead and roll me to hit.
23.
Definitely does hit.
7 damage.
7. Not bad,
Yeah,
not bad. You basically take your swing at this thing. You go to like scratch across, and you hit kind of right near the hinge of the chest, and you end up kind of sinking your hand in further than you thought. There was a bit of a rotten spot here, and you pry the hinge off it, the whole back end of the hinge off of the thing. The entire maw of this thing swings open. You see tongue flailing around the top as basically the entire lid tears away from this thing, and the entire top half of its jaw has been removed. It now only has its pseudopod attack and is looking pretty messed up. Like this thing is like it's basically done, but it's still hanging on.
Get one more good hit, and we're done. You can move
Brilliant.
on.
You could go for an offhand attack. You could do your claws again without the proficiency.
Oh, sure.
You got to roll
That
to
would
hit
be
first. Definitely hits. Roll. What was the damage?
4.
Also, that was without the proficiency on it.
Yep.
Awesome. That last 4 damage was enough, and you notice the tongue goes limp as you scratch across near the base of the tongue.
No.
But we're not leaving initiative just yet. In this same moment, you hear another bit of, it was almost gurgling, crunching, chattering, as out of this mimic pushes another mimic.
No.
Yeah, mimic.
It's mimic, that's no.
Slightly smaller than the one that it was inside.
Mimicception.
Hey.
Mimicception.
Yeah, slightly smaller. This mimic rolls out and is going to roll its initiative. Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And it's going to boost itself up a little in combat.
We're celebrating. Yeah, well, oh crap, another.
Okay, so now it goes just before Lucinda. So this one's a little bit quicker, a little bit more spry. You're noticing this one seems to have a little less age and degradation on it, sort of thing. It's looking a little bit more fit, and it's going to grab a little surprise attack with its tongue lash. Being a bit smaller, this one won't be able, doesn't seem to have its like acid damage sort of thing, like where the first mimic had like an acidic drool almost coming out of its mouth. This one, being younger and more juvenile, looks like the bite attack's not going to do as much damage, and its pseudopod looks a significantly smaller sort of thing. So this one's looking also kind of weaker, but just because of age. Oh no, yeah, it's going to get a little surprise attack, so it's going to does a 15 hit. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
All right, and you're going to take 7 damage as as its small tongue whips across your face, leaving a small scratch across from like cheek to chin almost, as it lashes across your face. And at that point, we'll now head to the top of the round. Rivet.
I was gonna say, I'm down.
Oh,
crap.
and Lucinda hits the deck from this lash across the face.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out my crossbow and shoot at it.
Yay!
Yeah.
And I rolled a 10.
You notice as your arrow hits the corner of the metal of this chest and seems to just, with a little twing, ricochet off towards the top side of the dungeon to little to no effect.
Anye.
That takes us to Ricky.
Ricky. Grab my rapier.
Also, because we didn't have a mimic, now we have a mimic.
Yay.
Yay! He's the little guy.
Try and hit with my rapier again.
Wonderful. Ricky rushes forward, taking a stab with the
9.
Again,
Trying
not
to
quite
do-
finding purchase on a soft spot. You hit the metal's framing of the chest, and just it just sort of bends the little rapier and then twings the point off in an off direction. Who next?
Isn't it going like by how he rolled the turns?
Yeah, sorry, Ayla.
I will Shalila. Oh,
Second.
yeah, I'll do Shalila.
Absolutely.
10?
Also does not hit.
Damn.
Just cannot find a soft spot on this mimic. It keeps closing its lid and blocking with the metal framing of its lid, and you guys just can't seem to take purchase on any part of it as of yet.
That's my bonus and my main, isn't it?
That's both of them.
Alright, I'm cooked.
That takes us to the mimic's turn. It is going to attack with its. Yeah, it's just gonna hit with its little pseudopod. It's gonna go for since Aelith, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you easily make that. Yeah. You get down there. Yeah, I'd say out of the three of yous, the last person that hit it, I think, or attempted to hit it, it'll go for. So Aelith does a nat 20 hit. All right, so that's gonna crit. Has that been 3 crits against you this session, Aelith?
I think so.
Monsters
Oh,
So
hate
whenever
you
you want
today.
to cut that out,
I'll stop rolling that dice. So that one's getting
Thank you.
shelved for now.
thank you.
So that one's going in timeout as it's killing too many people. But we are gonna have to roll 2 d6s on d8s on that one for that is a 4 and a 1. So 5 damage as the pseudopod basically just takes a massive thump against you and hits you in the side of the face.
Oh gosh.
And that takes us to Lucinda's turn. Oh, Lucinda is unconscious on the floor. That takes us back to Rivet's turn. I'd say from where you currently are, Rivet, you probably won't be able to take another shot with your bow because you've kind of got Aelith and Ricky crowding it at the moment, and it is a little bit smaller than the other one. So
Yeah, I was gonna say,
cover.
is it reloading my crossbow, my bonus action?
I do believe so, yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna approach. How close can I get?
As close as you want. You could get into this corner easily.
Could I hit it from there? Like,
With a
Melee?
ranged attack?
no, like melee.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, melee, you're within 5 feet.
Okay.
Absolutely, sorry,
I'm gonna-
yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to say.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Lucinda, roll that death save just before this attack goes through. You are correct. Thank you, guys. Thanks. Roll a d20. If you get a 10 or lower, it's a fail. 11 or higher is a success. They should be on your character sheet, just like little things. So that's a save. So 3 saves and you get back up on 1 HP, or like you don't die. 3 fails and is dead. But on a save, you're doing all right. So Rivet, this attack, what are you landing with? Hitting that hand axe?
I'm gonna do Draconic Cry first. Woo! Which gives everybody advantage on their hitting roll.
Wonderful.
Because everybody's been rolling badly for hitting this thing. And then I'm gonna hit it with my hand axe.
Lovely.
15.
Run forwards, crying out, hand axe drawn. A 15
15
does
hit.
hit. A 15
Yep.
does.
And I do 7 damage.
Nice. The first bit of damage to land on this thing. As you
Yay!
sink your little axe into the wood, you carve out a nice little chunk out of the top of the chest, bringing us to Ricky.
Try and hit it again with my rapier.
Aelith, when it comes around to your turn, just remember you do have your scroll of spare the dying if we're worried about.
I forgot
death
about
saves.
that.
Yeah. I figured both of you would have forgotten about your scroll. You got that pretty early on. So I figured I'd just
And-
throw that out there, that it's something that could be used now, sort of thing. That's one of the,
Oh, thank you.
Don't forget, you have advantage on your attack.
But yeah, you do
so-
also have you've got advantage on your attacks
On the
as well
Draconic
right now. So you make your choice of what's they've only made 1 death save so far. Technically, out of your character wouldn't know their condition until assessing them, so you don't know whether it's good or bad, but you know how much time it's been. You know that they're okay for a little, the first few moments aren't as critical as the couple of moments after that. So make your decision on whatever you want to do, but I just thought I'd throw it out there and remind you of some other things that you have in your back pocket.
Hidden with my rapier again.
Yep. Brilliant.
15.
15 does hit.
8 damage.
Wonderful. It's looking pretty good. Now that the top's opened up, you were able to punch her through with the rapier. You got a nice stab into the hole that Rivet had left. So and you got some good damage into a stab. It's still hanging on though, but barely. Bringing us around to Aelith's turn.
I will again, Shalila.
You have advantage on this to hit. Remember.
Cool, so I
you
rolled twice.
Roll twice, take big.
Oh, it was almost a 20. Okay, I got 19 and 15, so 19.
Absolutely hits.
Do I have advantage on my damage as well?
No, sadly not.
10 damage. Bitch.
Easily. You absolutely take the top off of this thing again. You just cleave across the top of it, and the damage that had already started on one side basically splinters throughout the whole top of this thing. And you just watch the whole top of the chest crumble into splinters as you whack it, and it just sprays off into the other direction.
Yeah.
The top of its maw lays open,
Yeah.
and you look inside as it starts to move and pulse a little, and you hear a very familiar crunching and grinding and tearing as another little mimic pushes its way out of the mouth of this other one.
Oh
We now
my
have-
god.
A third mimic, but this one is now quite small. You guys, this thing is no bigger than a shoebox. This thing is very small. It could barely be a baby, but nonetheless, it comes out with some better speed this time. You guys notice that what the other ones lacked in speed, this one makes up for, but it is also just not hitting quite as hard, being a juvenile. So it's going to take its little surprise attack against Aelith for a 13. Alright, it's a little tiny little guy, only a small one, just a little D4, does 2 damage as it whips it across it and leaves a small, like, almost paper cut.
Wait, but does it, even though it doesn't hit?
Oh, sorry, yeah, you're right. I thought you said yes. My brain was like, yes. No, sorry, yeah, no damage. Fine, sorry.
I was like, I mean, you can give me a paper cut if you want, but...
Hits the material and you lose a couple of threads. I would have rathered the paper cut. Don't damage my clothes.
Skin can heal, my clothes cannot.
So yeah, no damage. Sorry. Brain
That's
completely
all
just
good.
autopilot that one. That takes us to. So Lucinda, you make your next death save. Nice, another success. All good, nice.
Almost a
And
20.
then we head to the top of the round. So that's back to Rivet.
Hand axe.
Bringing the hand axe down on this little tiny shoebox
Oof,
mimic.
that is not a hit. I
It
rolled
does
a
not.
6.
When you go to bring it down, you notice its little tongue like pops out, and like the little useless button, it sort of just hits the floor, rolls back, you miss, and then it rolls back into where it was, and it's just sitting in the exact same spot. It just used its little tongue to like rock back out of the way and sit back down. That takes us to Ricky.
Yes. Can I pick it up and throw it at the wall?
Oh my gosh.
I've been wanting to do it the whole time.
Sure.
As soon as I saw the little guy.
Yeah, go on. It's yeah, go on. You pick it up. As you go to throw it though, it's gonna, because it's still in its object form, it's gonna use its adhesive ability. You're considered grappled in the unless you can beat its DC. So roll your strength to throw it. So
Okay,
roll
acid
that strength to. No, it's not biting you. It's adhesive. It's like stuck to you, sort of thing. As a mimic, their like little ability is while they're a creature, they can kind of like grapple something. So yeah, use your strength. So roll me a strength check to throw it, and if you beat its DC for the grapple, basically you'll beat the
Dang it.
throw.
4.
Like a little like those little ping pong bats with the ball on a string. Ricky like picks this thing up, goes to throw it. The little tongue is wrapped around his wrist, and it sort of goes out and then comes straight back onto his hand, and is kind of like holding his hand. You know, the dagger's in his hand, and it's like holding everything closed. So you kind of can't make an attack with that hand.
No bonus.
So
No bonus action.
yeah, I'll say you can have your bonus action. You can punch it with your other hand. It only
gonna
grapples. Say
squish
like
it on the
grapples your
ground.
hand essentially.
Slap it on the ground. Like push it down.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just like hammer fist your hand onto the ground with this thing
Yeah.
like on it.
Yep.
Brilliant.
It's attached to my head. It's being hit on the
roll me
ground.
an unarmed strike. So roll to hit,
I
then
roll
roll
to hit?
damage. Yeah. I'll say you have advantage to hit because it's literally around your hand.
13.
You roll twice. See if you hit. Like
Oh.
see if you get a crit. Because this thing is like
Sick.
literally like encasing your hand, holding your dagger, so that you can't use that dagger, sort of thing. The 13
So
does
13.
hit though. So
Very good.
do your unarmed strike damage.
Just 2.
Awesome. 2 damage hits this thing. Couple of little splinters and cracks, but is still very much affixed to Ricky's hand. Bringing us to Aelith. What are you doing to this? What are you doing?
I'm bonking, I'm shillelaring.
Oh crap.
Oh,
Oh
Well-
crap.
Ricky holds hand out and it like looks away, sort of thing.
I'm not gonna shillelagh, actually.
Mhm.
I'm gonna primal savagery.
Bite or
Do I have
claws?
advantage?
You don't have
claws.
advantage, no.
Okay, it's an 11 hit.
An 11 does not hit.
Oh, damn.
So though you go to take a scratch at this thing, you sort of just grab the metal framing, and you just can't reach your claws over to grab the wood, sort of thing. You just got an awkward angle on it as it's affixed to Ricky's hand, and you just don't manage to land any meaningful damage. Little Mimic is going to essentially just bite down it has advantage on this since you're grappled by its mouth.
Can I ask,
so-
what does AC stand for?
Armor class.
Okay, thank you.
So that's the first one definitely didn't hit, but the second one I have a good feeling about. 17, 21. Does 21 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So it just sort of like gnaws its teeth into your like arm and wrist area. It's sharp. It's like, it's almost like if a rope burn had a few teeth. And it does 3 damage to your wrist.
Owie. Yep.
Yup.
Brilliant. That takes us to Lucinda's turn. Roll that death save.
You got this, Lucinda. Oh, crap.
That's 1 failure on the board. 2 successes, 1 failure. Alright. Back to the top of the rounds. Rivet.
Gonna hand axe it again.
Be careful.
Nat 20!
Oh, crap.
Roll that crit! Any
Oh,
damage that
crap.
carries over is going on Ricky's hand. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So you'll just
And
have
damage.
to. So you just take 1 proficiency off of it. So because you don't do double proficiency damage. It's just the damage dice that get doubled. not the
2d6 plus 2.
modifiers.
That's it. It did it by itself.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Brilliant. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Even better. Perfect. 10. Yeah, I think that's right on the number. Awesome.
Whoa, nice.
Still holding it by the tongue, but Rivet comes across, slices with the axe, and just takes off both the hinges on the back of the chest, and you watch as the entire top half of it falls off of Ricky's wrist, and now you're basically just holding it. Now you're holding it by the tongue. Like, the tongue went limp, and you grabbed the tongue sort of thing.
And now
So-
I can throw it at the wall.
Okay, is that what you want to do? But
Yeah.
at this point, you guys look into the mouth of this thing. Nothing happens. It's dead. That was the last one.
Oh, good.
Yeah!
I was about to say.
I don't know.
How many mimics can we put in this mimic? All right. What are you doing? Yeah, you guys are now just you guys are out of combat. You guys are. What are you?
Yeah. What's in it?
I guess Bob can loot the one that's attached to his wrist. I want to
Yeah.
loot the big one. See if there's anything in it.
Awesome. The large chest. Oh yeah, you guys just leaving Lucinda on the floor. You'd make another death save like
Okay.
now, I suppose. Yeah. If everyone's out of combat, no one went over to you immediately. Yeah, you make your death save now. That's 2 fails, 2 successes. So you guys are who's actually looting? So
I'm looting the big chest.
the big chest is getting looted by Rivet, and you don't really find anything in the big one. It seems to have mainly been holding the other mimics, sort of. You think it may have been just its age and everything. Anything that was inside it has like filtered down into the other chests or something like that. So you pick through it pretty quickly, and there's nothing really in it. It's full of just, mimic meat. It's all mimic. It's just all mimic in there. There's not really anything. You're welcome to start looting the second one. Ricky, you're looting the one that's on your hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'll check.
You
the
sort of
second
like
one.
reach into past the tongue, and you end up you feel 2 glass bottles. You pull them out, and these are familiar to you. You know what these are. These are 2 potions of healing.
Oh, nice!
Rivet, as you're looting through the medium chest, you find the accrued basically the sum total of about it's mainly in silver pieces, so you find about 10 gold, which would be about 100 silver, and you then find a further sort of 2 gold worth of copper. So that's then 100. So 100, basically 100 of each piece. So you get 100 silver pieces, and I think that's it. 100 copper pieces. Worst case, that's what you find. 100 copper pieces, 100 silver pieces.
Go over to Lucinda then with the healing.
Awesome. Right before you need to make your next death save, Bob walks over, pushes a potion of healing to your lips, and gives you a potion of healing. Go ahead and roll that healing. That is
Nice.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2?
Yep.
8.
Awesome. An unconscious Lucinda's eyes flutter back to consciousness as you gain those 8 hit points. You're just gonna pocket the other health potion, Ricky. Ricky, he's dead. Alright,
Oh, no!
anybody else doing anything? The large chest, doesn't really seem to have anything in it. It seemed like the housing of the bigger one. Oh, I was just asking if you're just pocketing that other health potion. Brilliant. Just, drop that in your inventory.
They've all been thoroughly looted.
Yep.
Yeah, then. They're
We'll
not
get
upgraded
straight
to that
into
room.
the other two.
guess
The
we'll-
first one was pretty quick to loot. They jumped in to loot the second one. Found their coins, and you found your health potions. Brilliant.
Guess we should continue on to the eye guy room.
Wonderful, wonderful. We make a little quick movement towards that. Anybody else doing anything in the room? Anything you want to do while you're getting up, Lucinda, or anything? While I'm moving yous all
Take a
down.
long rest as the session ends, right?
Yeah. As soon as we want to wrap up the session, as soon as we wrap up, you guys will basically do a long rest. So you guys can either fight this guy or we can wrap up here. Well, I mean, you guys can see this guy. You don't even. Last time you didn't have to fight him at all. So
Either way, I want to cast
half
Cure
of it.
Wounds on Ricky.
awesome. Drop that spell. That should be. Is that your last spell slot?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Bye.
Not bad. Not bad.
Are you?
Alrighty, we approach the door. Anyone wanting a particular marching order? We'll wrap up on the door, sort of thing. So, anyone particular wanting to go in first? Anyone taking the lead?
I'll go in one of the first because I have been in there before.
Sure, yeah.
Brilliant. They're
We
taking
kinda
the
know
lead.
what's up.
Wonderful. So, hand on the door, ready to make their way in. We will take our break there.